TV proudly presents Kentucky High School football as the Kool Hit Sports Network brings you coverage of the East Carter Raiders live from Greason, Kentucky. Now let's head to the field for Countdown to Kickoff and East Carter Raiders football live on Kool TV.
Welcome to the campus of East Carter High School. And Coach Kool of the East Carter Raiders is next to me. Of course, he's the head men's basketball coach here at East Carter. As Fleming County has made their way down here in a huge, and I mean massive, district game as far as seeding goes, as far as who's going to be your regular season district champion, because there is no playoff district champion anymore. We decided in the regular season, a game that we kind of circled on the schedule, me and you both in the preseason this may be the district championship game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you look at this game and, when the district alignment come out, you looked at this game, and then later on in a couple weeks when we travel to Russell as another game that's going to have, major implications on how this district plays out. So I definitely think we got an exciting, entertaining district matchup on our hands tonight.
Of course, East Carter has made their way onto the field. A little bit of technical difficulties, so we had a little bit later start than what we'd want to. One thing, we'll wait. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get some keys to the game. Okay, sound good? We'll take a break. We'll be back on the Kool Hit Sports Network.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm dreaming.
Of what?
Fall in the bluegrass, days at the track, nights on the 50-yard line.
Well, you want to be at the 50 instead of on the 50. That could be dangerous.
But to complete your day, you can count on Clark's Pump and Shop.
Whether it's a breakfast sandwich or pizza on the way to the track, picking up drinks and crispy crunchy chicken on the way to the game, no one has you covered like Clark's Pump and Shop.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Back out here high atop Steve Womack Field as the captains make their way to midfield. Of course, the captains all season long, Gabe Roberts, Briar Holbrook, Isaac Mester, and Ashton Moore. I talked to Coach Tim Champlin before the game, and unfortunately, we just don't have time to run his pregame or his interview. But I asked him about Ryland Fowle. I said, we got banged up last time. We had a home game. It was scary, man. It really was scary. And I said, is he available tonight? Is he going to play? He said he's going to go. He said he is available. He may even start tonight.
Yeah. I talked to him as well. First thing he told me was he thought Ryland was going to be 100% ready to play tonight, which was, that's a major get for us to get him back in uniform tonight. Just missing the 1 week there last week versus Bath County, and he's back tonight for this matchup, and we definitely can use him.
It's no secret that Fleming County is a very talented team, and I talked to Coach Tim Champlin several times this week, and one of the things that we talked about, one of the things that one of the big things was who wins the battle in the trenches. I think the winner at the line of scrimmage will be the winner tonight.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I totally agree with you, because I think both teams are going to come in and look to impose their will up front. Fleming County's done that throughout most of the year, as has East Carter, and I think you're going to look at that. And Fleming County's going to present a big challenge with Austin Trent the running back there who's had a great season already, and he's a tall task to be able to take down and contain, but that's the job for the Raiders tonight.
It is, and you got to think two just fantastic coaches for both of these teams. Bill Spencer, the longtime Fleming County coach, good friend of mine, and of course Tim Champlin, who's become kind of like a brother to me, and we all talk each week and give each other a hard time. Just super excited to be here tonight. As you look on your screen, the Raiders are getting ready to take the field. It's been fall break here, Cole. There's not a whole bunch of people here tonight.
Yeah, that's the thing we were talking about there right before we went on the air. It looks like the fall break has hurt the crowd a little bit, but you know what? I think we've still got a good student section here. Our student body's always showing up for our athletic teams, and it's gonna be a fun night.
Still about 2:44 left before kickoff. I'm afraid to go to any type of commercial because they might just put 12 minutes up there and go ahead and
looks
play.
to me like,
we'll
looks to me like
right here. Cole, looking at the other games in this area, you got Ashland Boyd, Russell and Lewis, Bath and West, and a couple other games sprinkled in there. Raceland's going to play Fairview. In my opinion, and I don't, it is what it is. People can get mad at me if they want to. This is the best game.
Yeah, I think as far as, quality of the game, I think this right here tonight, the game we got right in front of us is going to be a really good football game. And, it's been a long wait this week to get it going, but here we are.
And this is not unfamiliar water for East Carter or Fleming County. Very familiar with each other. They've been district foes several times in the past. Of course, the realignment in the offseason put them back in the same district again. After a year apart, of course, East Carter, it was East, Ashland, Russell, and Greenup there for a while, 4 years. Back in the district again, and you got to think, man, these teams are very similar as far as the success they usually have. But completely different playing styles.
Yes, absolutely. I think tonight's going to be one of those games where you look at this new district alignment, and it's going to be the first year that, like you said, somebody's going to win the regular season district, and tonight's one of the nights that you got to have to be able to put yourself in that position.
Coach Tim Champlin told me, he said, we had good practices this week. He said, we're just trying to put it all together. And one thing that he told me before we took the trip to Bath County last week is we've got to develop our passing game a little bit more.
Yeah.
So teams are not stacking the box against us.
Yes, yeah. You don't want to be able to. You don't want to get put in that situation, and then put you in second and long and third and long. You want to be able to get that down a little bit shorter and being able to go to the air and have success in the air. And I think you can say the same for Fleming County, as they're going to get the ball first here to open up the game as we deferred to the second half. And we almost know where the first play of the game is going to.
Let me tell you something. I always say I don't get excited before games, and now even driving here, I was like, you know what? I just hope for a good game, which we always get a good game. But, but right before kickoff, man, I get fired up. I don't even know. It's just something that.
Something about it.
Oh, this is going to be a dandy game. Of course, Fleming County very good. East Carter very good. There's been a couple of games I think for both of these teams that they lost early in the season. They wish they could have back. As you see, the Ram Pharmacy weather forecast: cloudy skies, 70 degrees. Of course, you can call Ram Pharmacy at 606-836-RAMS for all your pharmaceutical needs. That's Ram Pharmacy in downtown Raceland. Rammer, it's time to play a little football.
Yep, here we go. We're underway.
Carter's got this ball teed up, and just a low liner. It's going to take a couple of bounces and fielded by a return man at the 15. And quickly swarmed as he goes across the 20 to about the 22. See where they finally mark this at, maybe even the 25-yard line. That's where Fleming County will start their first drive of the night. We're going to find out real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Fleming County's, they've got a dynamic offense. I think everybody, looks at Austin Trent, as good as he's been this year, averaging well over 100 yards a game on the ground. But, they've also got a very good passing attack that I think we've got to be ready for tonight and be ready to defend.
1st and 10, Fleming County. Quarterback in the gun. That is Nate Martin, who's dropping a throw. It's a jailbreak screen. Who completes it? Up across the 25, breaking tackles, and it's loose down the sideline. Holbrook's trying to run him down, and it may go for 6. And I believe Mikey Hall's going to try for it and not get it.
No.
Several broken tackles. And let's see here. We got whistles back here. There's a flag on the play. as I believe, was that Landon Johnson?
Yes.
Who-
Threw a little quick screen there to Johnson on the outside, and he got to the sideline and went down there quick, but it looks like it's coming back this way. Didn't get to see the actual call.
It'll be a spot foul. It still may be a first down. I'm not sure where this foul occurred, but
Looks
I can
like
tell you right
he's
now.
marking the ball about the 35-yard line, so we
So
do
it'll
have a gain of.
it'll be 1st and 10 again.
Yeah.
Coach Tim Champlin's not going to be happy about that.
No, that's one of those things.
You've got to tackle him there.
You know, and just like me and you had just talked about, you expect that the first play of the game is going to go to Austin Trent, but they come out and they throw the ball around a little bit and had a big play called back.
Of course, Austin Trent comes in on the year. One of those guys that you would see in the graphic for ESPN is Star Watch. One of those guys that has just been phenomenal for the Panthers all season long. So it's 1st and 10, we'll redo this. Man comes in motion. It's a jet sweep. Heading off to his right, puts his foot in the ground, and the Raiders got him this time. And here comes a hell. This is going to be an intense face mask.
Got a helmet. You usually don't see a helmet come off
you know what?
10 yards.
But you know what, though? Him doing that makes me think that his fingers got caught.
Could have, yeah.
I don't think there's any malicious intent there. I think maybe they got caught.
I just one of those plays where he tried to cut back inside, maybe, just got his hands on there. And
I mean, these two, there's no bad blood. I think maybe his hand may have gotten caught in there and he's trying to rip it out, and maybe
and back to Austin Trent there, talking about him, Fleming County was here last year before the district realignment, and they come down here last year, what ended up being a really good football game.
Really good game.
And he had an unbelievable first half. I can't remember the exact yardage, but I think he was over 100 yards in the first half last year.
Really good running back. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Fleming County. Ball spotted at their own 40. In the pistol is Nate Martin. Handoff. And goes across the 40 to maybe the 43, 44-yard line. There's Trent. His first carry tonight, and gets up a little. Maybe a little. He's limping a little bit, Cole.
I didn't catch it there. I was trying to figure out where the ball was spotted at.
And off camera, me and you talked about this. We said, if Fleming County comes out here and gets 4 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards, it could be a long night for
Absolutely.
starter.
Absolutely. It's one of those things that just kind of gets very, very frustrating to a defense.
Martin in the gun. That jailbreak screen again. It's
right
caught.
back to it. Got it wrapped up.
Caught by Johnson, who spins across the 45 and gets close to, and it looks like we've got a injured player over on that far Fleming County sideline. Anytime
Can't see exactly who it is. It's not Johnson. Johnson's up walking back toward the original line of scrimmage. Can't see the exact number down over there. Looks like it's going to bring up a third and very short.
It
looking
is.
like about a half yard here.
This is Trent territory right here.
Yes, absolutely.
Still working on that play over there, and they believe they're going to get him up. Looks like he's going to be okay. So that's always good news. Don't want to see anybody get hurt.
No, absolutely not. It's I want to see him back on his feet, and we want to see everybody healthy tonight.
Cole alluded to this needs to be ball needs to touch that blue line on your screen to get a first down.
Yep.
And I tell you, listen, if barring a penalty or anything right here, you go for it if you don't get it here also.
Oh, yeah. You drove the ball out to midfield. You had the big play that, got called back. You've kind of got some chunk plays here to get started. So I'm sure we all got a pretty good understanding where the ball is coming at here.
Martin is in the pistol. He's got Trent in his backfield. Hand off. And he's stuffed.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, was he stuffed? I believe that was number 61, Cooper, who met him right as soon as he got the handoff call.
Yeah, well, that's going to bring up, I think there's even a loss of yards. So
I'll tell you
looking
what.
at a fourth and a yard and a half.
I think that may change the gameplay now. I mean, you may punt this now because you don't want to give East Carter the ball in your own territory here. That was a huge play there by
absolutely.
Cooper.
It looks like they will. We'll bring number 3 here.
Right, and if you're Coach Tim Champlin, and special teams coach here, it's safe.
Yes.
It's safe.
Yeah, we got two deep returners.
Punt it as far as you want to, and we'll just start offense from there, but you're not going to get a first down on a fake punt. Well, we hope not anyways. Punt is away. It's not a good one. This one heading off to the right. It's going to hit at the 30 and go straight out of bounds, and that's where East Carter will start their first drive of the night. So what a play by Cooper, man.
Yeah, really good play. 3rd and short, you know where the ball's coming to. And you got to fight off that line of scrimmage, just like we talked about there right before kickoff tonight. It's going to be one right there in the trenches.
Cooper's been good all year long for the Raiders. Kind of a guy that doesn't really get talked about a whole lot. He's one of those juniors that makes a big impact on a senior-dominated team.
Yeah, it is. Got a lot of seniors on this team and very senior-led, but there's a couple younger guys that have definitely made their impact.
Johnson's in the gun, Yoke to his left, Mikey Hall to his right, and Gabe Roberts is split out to his left. He's got Holbrook in that tight end position. Johnson calls for the ball, handoff straight up the middle to Yoke. Yoke breaks a tackle. Yoke cuts upfield and gets close to the 35-yard line. It looked like he was going to get stopped.
Yeah, it did.
At the line of scrimmage there.
Very good job to be able to hit that jump cut there and pick up what looks like 3 to 4 yards. What could have been stopped at the line of scrimmage or even a 2-yard loss.
And that's something that we talked about just a moment ago. As teams will stack the box, as you see right now, of course they're not in their normal alignment.
Yeah.
But you see how many people that Fleming County has in the box right now.
Yeah, you're looking at the defense they're bringing in. They've got 5 down linemen. They've always got 7 in the box. Sometimes they're going to creep up and have an 8th guy in the box as well. So you're going to get a lot of man coverage.
Yes. Johnson in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his right. That's Hall. And I believe, let's see what they're going to call here. This is going to be, yes, an approachment. Not sure if he was drawing off sides or not, so it'll be 1st and 10. No, excuse me, 2nd and 1.
5-yard penalty. 2nd down and short for the Raiders.
Just got a scoring update. 8-0, Ashland leads over Boyd County. Recovered the onside kick to begin the game.
Wow.
Houston finds Asher Atkins on a 39-yard touchdown pass, and they went for 2.
One thing you can talk about with Ashland this year, they've not that football team's clicking right now on all cylinders, and they've not had trouble scoring the football.
Absolutely. Johnson's in the gun on his 2nd and short. Fakes the handoff. Sets up deep. He's in trouble. Throws across the middle. He's got his tight end, Holbrook, who crosses the 40 inside the 30, cuts up in the middle of the field, and is taken down from behind at the 20-yard line.
Complete. Number 24, Holbrook.
That's a guy that you kind of forget about. He's an eligible receiver. He's kind of just lined up just off the line of scrimmage. He's, you think in the scouting report, it's in bold letters, Mikey Hall, Gabe Roberts.
Yes.
Briar Holbrook's nowhere to be found in the receiving end of that.
Yeah, and Briar's had such a great season that's kind of, went under the radar to an extent, but, a well-designed play there that slipped him right up the middle and looked to be uncovered.
1st and 10, East Carter, right down the field they go. Johnson's in the gun. Yoke to his left, and he's got Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts to his right. Handoff goes to Yoke, breaks a tackle, lowers his shoulder, and gets down close to the 15-yard line. I'll tell you what, we kind of, there at Boyd County, me and you were down there. Of course, I was on the call for Kool Hits, and Landon Yoke kind of had his coming out party.
Yes.
He's one of those guys that, you're going to have to start taking me seriously now.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was kind of the game that put his name on the map, and was able to come out of there with the win, and has been very steady from there on.
Yeah, and me and you knew in the preseason that he was going to be special, and I think that the Aryan found that out when he played the way he did at Boyd County. Johnson in the gun, fakes the handoff. It's a counter to Carter. Good play there by the front 7.
It was very good. Got upfield there and really forced everything back in the middle and was able to force a play in there to 2nd down of no gain, maybe even a loss of a yard.
Of course, you can see that on your instant replay. Of course, the instant replay didn't work that time. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by J.D. Flooring of Greenup. For all your carpet and flooring needs, see the good folks at J.D. Flooring. Big 3rd down here, especially you're going to go for it.
Yeah, you're 4 down territory.
Right. I think that you don't have to get a 1st down here, but you'd like to make it 4th and 1, 4th and 2.
Yeah, you definitely want to shorten things up. That way, it kind of makes you not as predictable in 4th down situation.
And they're going to get a false start.
Yeah, had a jump there. That's going to make it. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
Now that changes the way you play. You call this play. You could probably hand it off on that play and still go for it, even if you don't get anything right there, and feel comfortable about your 4th down.
Exactly.
Now you're throwing.
Exactly. Just like we were talking about there, you don't want to be put into, predictable circumstances there, like you are here, in a 3rd and 12. You're more than likely going to the air, but it's 4 down territory, so you can still kind of keep them off balance without really tipping your cap.
Me personally, I think that if it's just me, I think right here, if I don't get close to the first down, my fourth down play, I'm throwing it to the end zone and giving
Totally
one-on-one
agree.
with Gabe Roberts.
Absolutely. Man coverage, totally agree.
Absolutely. Johnson's in the gun, rolling off to his right. And he's just going to scramble. He goes inside the 20. Here comes a flag. This is going to be against Gabe Roberts, I believe. This was way downfield. The flags
Also got I was going to say, we got a flag back near the end zone. And
it may be offsetting, but I think it may be the same foul call. As the East Carter coaches don't seem to – let's see what they're going to call here. Now, it may go against Fleming County, but –
I couldn't really tell. I was, watching Quentin pick up extra yards there along the sideline and didn't fully see what had happened back there toward the end zone.
They're going to march over here, and I believe it's going to go against Fleming County. Let's see here. Well, hang on. We're still waiting on the call.
We're not sure
I
yet.
thought it's went against both teams so far, but now, I think this is going to go against wait a minute. It's going to be a hold on Fleming County. It's not a first down in high school. In the NFL and in college, it's automatic first down. And in the NFL, it's only a 5-yard penalty. In high school, it's a 10-yard penalty, but not an automatic first down.
Exactly, yes.
So what had happened there? And I thought it may be against Gabe Roberts. I seen a little, hand fighting there, and Gabe got the better of him there.
I'm not sure we got the correct call because it looks like they're moving the first down marker all the way down to the 7-yard line now. So I'm not sure exactly what the call was.
We'll have to ask that because I thought, personally, just by the way I saw it, it looked like maybe it could have been a hold against us, but our view is completely shielded. Either way, first and goal, East Carter. Johnson calls for the ball, just a little buck sweep out to the right. Yoke inside the 5, and it's close. I believe he's going to be pushed out right inside the 1.
Yoke on the carry down to the 1.
Of course,
seemed very close there. I thought he might have been able to reach the.
I like to give a
reach
shout
the ball
out
over
to
the pylon.
I like to give a shout out to my past Raiders. Always, I like to. Every time I see an old East Carter football player out and about, I always like to give them a shout out. Yesterday, I was walking through the halls of the ACTC out on Industrial Parkway, and I see Charlie Terry sitting there.
Absolutely.
So, a guy that, I'm telling you, Landon Yoke and Charlie Terry run a lot about
Well,
the same.
they've got the same number, so they've at least got
do.
that going for them.
They do, man. Big, powerful backs. Yoke straight up the middle. Touchdown, East Carter. What a, I'm telling you, the first two drives, you talk about Fleming County, and then you go look at East Carter's, exactly what you want if you're Coach Tim Chamberlain.
Yeah, you defer the kickoff. You're getting the ball coming out of the half. Fleming County gets that long play there to start the game, gets called back. You end up getting the ball back in pretty good field position and marched it right down the field, had the big play, the big passing play to Holbrook there, too. Of
course, the touchdown was brought to you by Johnson Chiropractic. Let Dr. Shannon Johnson help you get back in the game of the life. Carter's going to try to tee this up. Extra point looks good. It is good. 7-0, East Carter leads. 6:30 left here in the first quarter. We'll be back on Kool TV.
30 seconds left in the first quarter. East Carter 7-0.
Well, I guess we're not going to take a commercial break. We usually always take a 1-minute break when we score. No. Stay here. As my alarm clock goes off on my Apple Watch. You know why I got that?
What's that popping up for? Is it telling you bedtime?
No, it almost. I'm about that age. No, it's so I can remember to take my medication.
There we go. Yeah, exactly.
And no,
I wasn't far off.
It's not like any. It's no. I'm taking antibiotics.
Yeah,
because that's the reason why I couldn't do my show this week because I had I don't know what happened, man. I got great teeth. I guess I cracked one maybe a couple weeks ago.
Sounds painful.
I was going to get it fixed, and one day I was just I can't remember what I was doing. It felt like I was chewing on glass.
Oh.
So I was just like, ugh. So, yeah, you got to remember because I don't want to take two in the same hour.
Yeah, well, good thing you got that alarm set.
Yeah, exactly. Carter's got this ball teed up. It's a good one. It's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line by a return man who slips and falls just as he crossed the 15, and that's where Fleming County will start their second drive of the night.
Kicked the ball that way twice to number 36, junior Jordan Harn. who's also having a pretty good year for Fleming County.
Absolutely, and had a good first return. Of course, tonight's game is brought to you by Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. Kurt can take care of all your insurance needs, home, health, and vehicle. That's Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. I think it's important here for Fleming County to at least, you can't just get to midfield or right before midfield and have to punt it back. I think you have to at least get 3 first downs on this drive.
Yeah, I totally agree. This is one of those games where, you're halfway through the first quarter. You're in a 7-0 game, still got the whole game ahead of us, but, definitely an important drive to keep the clock moving and to be able to, like you said, move the chains.
Martin in the gun in that split back set. Receiver off to his left and to his right. It's just going to be a handoff. And Trent is in the open field. First down and more. Breaks a tackle and is finally taken down as he crossed the 30-yard line.
Just a very impressive runner, ain't he? Especially, once he gets going downhill, he just seems like he's such a load to be able to take down.
He is. So 1st and 10, Fleming County. They're going to mark this at their own 33. And you can't load the box against Fleming County because, you get 8 or 9 guys in the box, and then he throws it over the middle to Johnson. If he breaks Gabe Roberts' tackle, he's in the end zone.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
And there it was right there. They tried it just a little too early. East Carter knew it was coming the whole way, and he's going to be sacked.
Looks like that's going to put him in 2nd and long. Looks like at least a loss of about 5 yards there. So we're looking at 2nd and 15. Really not sure what they had drawn up there in design. Looked like they might have been trying to get the ball back to Johnson, but just didn't have the time. Seemed like the play took a really long time to develop there.
Second big play we've seen from that defensive line that time. It's Braden Flatt. So. Second and 13 for Fleming County. Martin in the gun. Handoff straight up the middle. I don't believe that was Trent. Let's see who that was. I believe that's number 33.
3rd down and 9.
Johnson. Just got a scoring update. Raceland leading Fairview 14-0.
What's the over-under on that one tonight?
I'm not touching that game. Of course, tonight's game is brought to you by Greenup County Public Library with branches in Greenup, Flatwoods, and South Shore. Books, movies, and so much more. The Greenup County Public Library. 3rd and long for Fleming County. Dropping to throw is Martin. Now he's going to roll off to his right. Here comes a flag. This is going to be a hold. He's not going to get the first down. Interesting decision here if you're Coach Tim Champlin. And we got another flag down here close to the East Carter sideline. So we'll see here.
Yeah, we do. I'm not sure. Hopefully we can get a good signal here. That way we can relay what's going on down there.
Yeah, we had mixed signals. I do apologize about that earlier in the game. Boyd went on a 7-minute drive and ties it up at 8.
Wow.
On a 1-yard touchdown run, 7:30 left in the first quarter.
Looks like, if you're
Excuse
Boyd County.
4:30.
If you're Boyd County, that's exactly what you want. You want to be able to stay on the offense, stay on the field, and, get first downs and move down the field that way. So it seems like that's an ideal drive and start for them.
And I think I can speak for everybody that's right here below us and right here on top of this press box and on that sideline. No offense to Ashland, but we need Boyd County to win that game, especially for the RPI.
Yeah, I was going to say, now with RPI being dictating different things of that nature in the postseason, it's always good to kind of be looking at past opponents, whether win or lose, to keep an eye on them and see how they do.
It's not that, of course, we like Chad Tack and we like Coach Evan Ferguson. Great guys, 2 great guys. Okay, Cam Davis for Ashland, 91-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, 14-8.
They put him up in a hurry over there.
This is going to Cole. This is going to take Fleming County back inside their own 25-yard line. As we're still here discussing.
I was going to say, we've still got a discussion going on over here.
They're not making it easy to be a commentator
on the near side. So I'm not exactly sure. Not exactly sure what we got. I think this side official.
Well, we got the signal. It was a hold, but it should have been a spot foul, and I'm not sure. Okay, now they're going to put it back inside the 20. So the ball's going to be spotted actually in between the 18 and 19. That brings up a 3rd in a possible situation. Cole, if I'm Coach Bill Spencer, I hand it off here.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. I don't think there's any doubt if the calls that we've got and the scoreboard is right, it looks like it's going to bring up a 3rd and 22. So,
and I think that's generous. It looks a little bit more than 22.
Looks like a long way. So, you definitely want to be safe here, keep the ball in front of you. And we got to have a sure tackle in the secondary if the ball gets there.
Martin's going to be in the gun, though. Look for him just to hand this one off. And it's going to be a read option. Martin's going to keep it himself, and he fumbles the football. And I believe East Carter jumped on it over on that far sideline. And let's see what they call it. I think they're going to call it out of bounds.
I think the ball, I was going to say, I think the ball got out of bounds there.
So Fleming County with a huge break there. If East Carter's able to get the ball there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're still going to end up with great field position. With those two flags coming in there on that third down play, it looks to me like we're going to get the ball right near the 50-yard line.
So Fleming County's going to punt this one away. Back deep to receive for the Raiders as Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts. So one guy you don't want to kick to in this situation, and just by prior experience, is Gabe Roberts, a guy who has multiple kickoff returns for touchdowns, and I believe he even has a punt. So
yes, yep, I think you're right.
Punts away, it's a good one.
Yeah, much better punt that time.
The problem is it's going to go to Gabe Roberts, who circles off to his right, inside Fleming County territory, inside the 40, inside the 35, still dragging.
Looks like the ball be set up right around the 34-yard line.
If you're Coach Bill Spencer, you may not say it right now, but maybe at the half, guys, if we punt, I would rather you punt it 10 yards and out of bounds than punt it to Gabe Roberts.
Yeah, and that was a really good punt.
Yeah, it was a good punt. Good punt.
Going off of what we saw with the first punt, and I think he was backed up there near the 10-yard line. So, his ball got out past the 50-yard line. It was just the coverage getting down the field. Didn't get there quite in time to negate that 15-yard return.
And you talk about the receiving core for East Carter, and don't get overexcited when I say here. I think this is, out of the last 4 years, the best receiving core that we've had. If you talk about Gabe Roberts and Mikey Hall. Those are guys, Cole, would start at any school in this area.
Yeah, no, I think when you talk about Gabe and Mikey, you're really putting a lot of pressure on the defense, especially in a situation, with the look we're getting tonight versus Fleming County with a lot of man coverage out there. I think they're going to have multiple opportunities to really make a big impact on this game.
And you talk about back when Canyon Cozy was a quarterback, we covered that year also, and he had Connor Goodman, who was really, really good also. So short game there on a jet sweep to Carter. So it brings up second, and we'll just call it 10. It's 10. Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts split out to Johnson's left. Yoke's in the backfield. Holbrook in that tight end position just off the line of scrimmage. Handoff goes to Yoke. Yoke bounces inside, now puts his foot in the ground and gets to the 30, and a good job there by that Fleming County front seven.
Yeah, with the pickup there, maybe a yard or two, still going to be third and long here. But like we talked about there on that first drive, as long as the field is flipped the way that it is, and you're getting the ball in these situations, most of these opportunities are going to be 4-down opportunities.
Third, and let's just call it 7. In between 6 and 7. 2:14 left here in the opening quarter. Johnson's going to be in the gun. Yoke to his right. And you might as well call it trips over here to his right. Still that man coverage look. Let's see what these safeties decide to do. And they're going to just hand it off to Yoke. There's a lot of room over there on that left side. Yoke breaks a tackle, stiff arms the defender, and goes inside the, let's see where they mark this one at, maybe just right at the 10-yard line.
First down, Raiders.
So first and goal, East Carter.
Where are they marking that out at? Right near the 10-yard line?
Yeah, the officials looked over at the people that were working the sticks and said, lay him down. So it's going to be first and goal. You always like first and goal. The worst place to have first and goal is at the 10.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the field really shrinks on you.
Well, I don't know. I guess it gives you more room to throw a little bit.
It does, but, if you could get a little closer, in those situations, that's best. But, you're in 4-down territory. To pick up 10 yards, you'll take that every drive if you can.
Coach Ryland Fowl has the ball, racing off to his right, and gets inside the 5 as he kind of dove there. Let's see where they mark this out at. I believe they're going to put him out right at the 2 or 3 yard line. It was close to him going in. Of course, you can.
It's kind of that different option, you get in these quarterback field with Fowl. You can kind of get the ball to him going toward the outside and kind of change pace a little bit, just as we did on that play.
Johnson's going to be in the gun. 2 receivers to his right. Yoke in the backfield. This is prime Landon Yoke territory. He gets the handoff, and he just slips and falls. And they're going to get a flag here.
There's a flag on the play.
A scary slide there.
Yeah, that didn't. I was trying to.
And
we've
we've seen a Fleming County player. We saw a Fleming County player slide a little bit like this also earlier in the game.
What's the call down here? Looks like we're going to have spotted down at the 5-yard line as on the cut there, but we've also got a holding call that's going to bring that back as well.
And we've seen quite a few penalties early
We have.
on
I
for
was
both
just thinking
teams.
that too. Really, both teams. You know, that's kind of the first time East Carter's been hit there with the penalty flag in a situation like that. But been several calls
they
already
got a
against
face
Fleming County
mask
as well.
over here the first drive.
Yeah. So you know, that's kind of a play there. I wasn't sure that how they blew that dead, or you know, we don't have the best view on earth to be able to see that, but definitely looked like a funny angle there from our point of view.
So it'll be 2nd and long. This ball is going to be spotted right at about the 13-yard line, Cole. 2nd and goal from the 13. Johnson in the gun. This is Gabe Roberts' territory here. Rolling off to his right. And he's just going to tuck it and run. And he's going to take a big hit from Trent. Really good hit there for Trent. The ball's going to go inside the 15. I believe he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, right around the line of scrimmage there. I think that's going to bring up, well, you're looking at 3rd and goal from the 13, 14-yard line here.
And if you're East Carter here, you've got a pretty good kicker in Carter. With that 7-point lead, you don't get it here. I think you line up and try it, man.
It's one of those situations where, you know, just depending on how many yards you get here and how much faith you've got in that. But in my opinion, it's one of those things that it's never bad to go ahead and do that. That way you've always, you know, that way you've done it before when you really got to have it.
Right. And I think if you get the ball inside the 5 here, I think you go for it. So 3rd and very long for East Carter. Johnson's in the gun. 2 receivers to his left. He's going to drop the throw, throws across the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Trying to get that ball to number 14, Potter.
That was one of those very predetermined, and
yes.
You had the defensive back there on this side who wasn't manned up with any receivers.
And I think Coach Tim Champlin's got the same idea we did. As Carter makes his way onto the field, and they're going to try this.
Yeah, junior Craig Lofton there, number 5 for Fleming County. He was he broke that pass up.
Really good play.
I think he was a step away from having an interception there as well.
And if you know, Cole, if he gets that, it may be 7-7.
Absolutely, absolutely could be because he would have had a ton of space in front of him, and here we go. This is the field goal that we talked about.
And Carter, you know, has the strength in his leg to get it there. That's not the question. Can he curve it back to his left just slightly? Kick is away, and it's not going to make it. It didn't have the velocity, and I believe he may have gotten Johnson's hand just a little bit. I was going to say, we got
our quarterback holding his throwing hand there. That's Quentin Johnson. It's not really the sign or anything that we want to see.
Hey, he's going to be okay. So that field goal's no good. I like the call. You live with it. I think you know.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it's one of those things where we didn't pick up any yardage on the 3rd down and goal from the 13. You know, you got moved back. The ball was marked at the 20-yard line. Just one of those deals where I think you go ahead and go for it. And like you said, we knew he had the leg. It was all about just, you know, getting that one squared up.
1st and 10.
It's a big break for Fleming County. I also want to add, you know, getting the ball back there without going down 14-0 was a major break.
Handoff goes to Trent, racing off to his right, breaks a tackle, lowers his shoulder, and I believe he's going to get to the 25. So a gain of 5 or maybe even 6. They're going to put it maybe at the 26. So it'll be.
I think that right there is going to take us straight into the 2nd quarter. We got a tight one.
7-0. As I was getting
don't get ahead of yourself there.
I was getting
an update
on the Apple Watch. 7-0. East Carter leads. We'll put 12 on the board and play the 2nd quarter. Flip sides when we come back here on Kool TV.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
Raceland Christian Church, located at 210 Caroline Road, can provide you with a path to Jesus with Sunday morning service at 10:30, evening services at 6, and Christ-centered recovery services Tuesday night at 6, where over 250 people have surrendered their lives to Christ over the last 2 years. Raceland Christian Church also offers their Feed My Sheep food pantry while serving more than 150 Greenup County families each month.
This is Jason Likens, the lead minister at Raceland Christian Church. We're a little church with a big vision of serving our community for the cause of Christ. We invite you to come live out your faith with us.
Back out here on the Kool Hit Sports Network, Kool TV, high atop Steve Womack Field here in Grayson. And Cole, a first quarter that I think if you asked Coach Tim Champlin, if we went down there and interviewed him right now, he would take it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think both sides, with given the circumstances that came about in that first quarter, I think if you ask both head coaches, they'll gladly take where their team's at. 7-0 lead here as we start the second quarter. Going to bring up a 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line for Fleming County.
Fleming County has to make that long jog down the field here. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Raceland leading Fairview 21-0. Ashland still leading 14-8. So. Of course, we want to thank everybody who's joining us here tonight.
Absolutely, yep.
Of course, Spencer Hutchison and Coach Cole Bramer. I'm going to start calling you Coach Expectations Bramer.
Easy now.
Yeah.
Easy now. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Martin. And I don't believe that's Martin. This looks like a wildcat formation. That's Johnson who takes the snap. Really good play there by Holbrook coming up and making the stop as he just ran right past Trent there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They kind of went into that wildcat look with Johnson and Trent. And it's almost like he overran the
play.
There
was some miscommunication there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 3. Very long 3.
It's kind of a different situation when you see, you see somebody not with number 20 on their jersey for Fleming County running the ball. He just runs the ball so hard.
He gets real low to the ground.
It's such a difference.
It's tough to bring down.
Got a 3rd and 4 here that's
and last time that defensive line for East Carter made a play on a 3rd and down similar to this. Handoff goes to Trent straight up the middle, and that defensive line makes a play again, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. I believe this time.
26, Gabe Bernardo.
Who's been
done a very good job right there at the nose
so far. And of course, if you're watching us, and you know that I do all of East Carter's game, Bernardo has been one of their most consistent players that they've had on the team so far this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought he done a really good job there of getting low and getting in there and really being able to blow that play up and really no gain. Puts him in a 4th and 5 and another punt on the way. 3rd punt from Fleming County.
Just picture perfect start for this East Carter defense. Of course, Coach Tim Champlin will be real happy to put another score up on the board. Fleming County back in punt formation. This one's a really
good one.
But they kicked it to the wrong guy. That's Gabe Roberts, who's going to roll off to his right. Gets across midfield, makes a man miss, and now there's a flag that's coming down. There's a flag back at the Fleming County 38, so we'll see where that's at. Anytime Gabe Roberts gets the ball, whether it's a kickoff, a punt, or even catches it on a screen pass, there's a potential that he'd take it the whole way.
Yeah, anytime there's space and you're able to really get number 3 out in the open, we've seen it many times. With like a quick screen or a punt or a kickoff. If he gets a lot of space, he's got very good vision out in the open field and very crafty and. Can really make the big play happen. But it looks like this one's going to get brought back with a holding call.
And it should still, the flag was thrown at the 38. And so if that's where the spot was at, it should have been 10 yards from the 38, which, I'm not, I did pass college algebra. But
good luck. That's all you on that.
That should have put it at
I'll leave that to you.
The 48 of Fleming County. But I guess it's going to put us at the 48 of East Carter. First and 10 East Carter. Johnson's in the gun. He's got Yoke in the backfield to his right. 2 receivers to his right. Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts. Handoff goes to Yoke, who is kind of biding his time there. Did a really good job of and then kind of continuation there. Nothing dirty. He did a really good job of being patient there, letting his blocks sit up a little bit. Fleming County, got to give him credit, man. They pursued, stretched the play out, and didn't allow nothing.
Yeah, that stretch play coming to this side with Yoke there. I thought 33 for Fleming County done a really good job of getting upfield there and kind of setting the edge and allowing there not to be any space. And then, that quick linebacking crew from Fleming County was really able to come over. And
if you're Coach Tim Champlin, when do you pull the trigger? And what I mean pull the trigger is, we haven't seen that big downfield shot yet, and you can see the linebackers, the safeties, and even the corners are creeping up to that line of scrimmage. You might get it right here.
Johnson had it.
Johnson's just going to slide down. Smart decision there by Johnson. The pocket broke down.
Yeah, it was. He didn't have a lot of time there. Looks like he was getting a lot of pressure around him. He just had to really done a very good job to pick up 4 yards there on the play or whatever he was able to pick up.
But he was going to – that was the shot
exactly.
right there.
You called it.
It was coming.
You called it, yep. Right
there. They had really condensed into that box, and I could feel it. It was coming. Now, you don't run it here, obviously.
No, you're in a 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 at the 47-yard line. So, big play coming up here for really both sides.
Russell over Lewis, 14-0, 11:03 left in the second. So Johnson's going to be in the gun. Yoke to his left, and Mikey and Gabe Roberts are split out to his right. Handoff goes to – and we got a flag immediately. I mean, as soon as the ball was snapped, so this may be an offsides. It'd have to be an offsides or illegal formation. It would have to be because no one was in motion. Let's see what they're going to call here. It'd have to be offsides or illegal motion. Illegal motion, so they're going to decline it, make it 4th down. I think you punt here.
Yeah, I don't think
the way the defense is playing.
I don't think there's any doubt, especially you've still kind of got the momentum of the game still on your side. I know it's just 7-0 and there's not been a whole lot happen, but the momentum of the game is still on our side. Now I think punting here and probably is the choice.
Interesting that it was a illegal motion or a false start, but the play was still allowed to play out. Interesting. Because now they blow the play dead if the defense is offsides.
Well, and it was one of those two that came on that sideline, and it wasn't
he may have been blowing his whistle, you wouldn't know it. So it's so far away. Back in punt formation is Messer, who, let me tell you something, we had maybe Isaac's best play last week when the ball kind of got away from him. He tried to get it, and ended up in the end zone. And turns around and starts running with it. Probably would have got the first down, but instead does a rugby-style kick. And, I mean, I know that he's not – listen, that was a heck of a play.
Yeah, absolutely. That punt there looks like it's going to have about a 30-yard punt there for Messer. So, I definitely think the right call there to go ahead and kick that one away.
So, Fleming County, Cole, they've had the ball. This will be their – I believe it was just a 3rd possession here.
Yeah. 4th. We've already had 3 punts already, so 4th possession for Fleming County.
And it seems like so far, Cole, their first possession was their best one.
Yeah, absolutely. They're probably really kicking themselves on that long touchdown play getting called back.
For a handoff, go to the right here. No, it's a counter. This one's going to go to Johnson, straight up the middle out of that split back formation. Really good job running the ball there by Johnson.
About the 30-yard line.
And I think that East Carter kind of was thinking what I was, as Trent was going to get the handoff. And you go back to that play where the pocket kind of broke down a little bit. Fleming County brought a little heat there. Gabe Roberts was open.
The shot was going to be there. You just talked about it, and I think the opportunity to
this one's going to go to Trent. And East Carter, once again, does a really good job of condensing him in that. But I believe that he's going to go across the 37, which should be enough for a first down.
One of those plays there where pressure really come up the middle from Cooper and Messer, and just one of those plays where you got there just a step late, tried to make the arm tackle, and an arm tackle is probably not going to bring 20 to the ground tonight.
Right, and if you're Fleming County, you want to hold this ball, and you don't want to give it back to East Carter the rest of the half, and you want to punch it in the end zone with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, they need a drive. If you're Fleming County, you're really looking for a drive that you can get multiple first downs and keep this clock moving.
Martin dropping a throw. Isaac Messer comes through and just runs through one of the blocking backs. I mean,
couldn't try to figure out where they,
I believe that was Trent.
That's very similar to a play earlier in the game, when Fleming had the ball here and we talked about the pressure getting home and we weren't really sure what where the ball was designed to be at, and I think that was the same thing. I'm not really sure.
And you've
not
seen
really sure where that ball was going.
And you've seen, multiple times tonight, not just Messer or, not just Messer or Cooper or Flat or Salmons or Bernardo. Everybody's taking turns getting in and making big stops. A little screen out to the right, cutting up field and getting close to the 40-yard line. Trying to get a number on that receiver over there.
Something a little different there, change of pace from Fleming County. Just threw it, kind of a quick out there to get the ball in the flat, and kind of gives it more of a third and manageable of the situation, compared to what they were in.
Fleming County 1 of 5 so far tonight in the third down. So trying to convert this one, dropping the throw, in trouble. Carter flushes him out of the pocket, and he's going to be sacked.
In the backfield by Gaggle Raiders.
Yeah, look at Cody Salmons and Carter came in there and really just had no chance, Cole.
Yeah.
I mean he had time to throw. He had time to throw. But
I think really the story of this first half is, Fleming County on offense has put themselves in position where they've not been able to run it in those third and shorts. It's been a third and medium or a third and long, and they've put themselves in, obvious passing downs, and that's obviously, they're not as comfortable in those situations as they are third and 3 and just hand the ball off.
Shout out
20.
to the Raiders secondary there. He had time to throw there, but no one came open. Hall takes this one, splits a man, breaks a tackle, and fumbles the football, and I believe he was able to jump back on it. Maybe Gabe Roberts jumped on it. Really heads-up play there. You want to talk about a momentum swing. Fleming County gets that ball there. That changes the whole game.
Yep, absolutely it does. That's one of those plays, they could have really flipped the switch on the momentum of this game right now.
6:23 left in the first half. Boyd and Ashland 14-8 still.
Wow. Hanging
And
tight.
I just got a text that says Boyd is putting 8 in the box and daring Ashland to throw the ball down the field. Well, I can tell you right now, I don't care who I'm playing. If they're putting 8 in the box, I am going to throw the ball down the field.
Yeah, but it's a numbers game. Yeah. It's always a numbers game. So anytime you get that opportunity, you got to take it.
That's right. I might get 2 or 3 of them picked, but I also might score 4 touchdowns. Big possession here for the Raiders, Cole. 1st and 10. Johnson's in the gun. 2 receivers to his left now. Has a man in motion. That's Holbrook. Holbrook goes across the 45, spins close to the 47-yard line. And if you're Coach Tim Champlin, you're content to just hold the ball. A score is a bonus right now.
Well,
if you sit on this and go the half 7-0, you get the ball to begin the second half, you're in good shape.
I agree. I think that's one of the thoughts here is to try to get this clock down and not give Fleming County time to have another opportunity to get in the end zone. But I'm sure Coach Champlin also is feeling very good that if he can get into the end zone here and go up 2 scores and get the ball, he would be in very good shape.
Boyd County now leads Ashland 15-14 on a 69-yard touchdown pass. The defender falls down, receiver walks in. So it's 2nd and 5 here. Yoke straight up the middle. That's that power of Yoke. The first defender was able to break it down, but it wasn't an easy tackle.
No, absolutely not. So we've got a kind of the same situation we were in last drive. Got a 3rd and 5 here, right around midfield. It's kind of a very difficult decision here on what you're going to try to do.
10:29 left till halftime. Raceland leading Fairview 35-0. So 3rd and a very long 4. 4:25. Clock is rolling. I don't think you take the shot here, but I think you maybe a small out, we'll just see. This may even go to Yoke here. Fakes the handoff. Johnson steps up in the pocket, rolls off to his right, throws across the middle, and it's
catch.
Caught.
Very good catch.
Another big catch there by Briar Holbrook.
Yeah, very good catch for Briar going right across the center of the field there. And I thought Quentin done a great job. Had some pressure, stepped up in the pocket, stayed calm, and delivered a very good ball.
That was you're starting to see Quentin Johnson transition from a kind of that rookie growing pains to an experienced quarterback.
Yeah.
If you were to have a guy out there that wasn't confident in the way he's playing, he immediately drops out. Instead, Johnson steps up in the pocket, makes a throw on the run for a first down on a huge third and medium.
Yeah, that was a really nice play from Quentin there. Very good poise, way to step up in the pocket. And like you said, that's not an easy throw to make going across the middle.
And even a better catch there by Holbrook. 1st and 10 East Carter. Of course, first downs all season long are brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Raceland. This one is now going to be stuffed in the backfield.
I believe that's Isaac Fry for the leads the Fleming County defense he's got 54 tackles on the year, and he's done a very good job setting the edge for Fleming County tonight, and done a good job there to get upfield and really put us in a long second and 16 for the 45-yard line.
For all your pharmaceutical needs, see Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenup. So, Cole, it's been the story when we talked about it. It's been the defensive lines. We went back and forth.
You're right.
The line of scrimmage is still up for grabs. No one has established the line of scrimmage yet.
Yeah, both defensive lines really have kind of controlled the game.
2nd and 15. Johnson's in the gun. If you're going to take a shot, why not take it now? Johnson sets up deep.
Here it is.
Now just going to
Not
tuck
enough
it and
time.
run
Still
inside
not
the
enough
45. Stiff arms a defender inside the 45 and is taken down from behind by Trent.
Like the clock will run there. Clock's still moving.
So, no, I believe it. Well, I'll tell you what, if the official is going to say that he was tackled in bounds, then why did the play end up 4 yards out of bounds?
One of those situations there where, you're really, really unsure. It's a good tackle there.
It was.
Right on the sideline. Just one of those things where the clock keeps running, and we're in 3rd and 13 at the 44-yard line.
In this situation, now, Coach Tim Champlin is smarter than I am when it comes to calling plays. I'm throwing it to Gabe Roberts. There's no doubt about it. It's a backward screen.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you what, that was almost a tied football game.
That's I think that's twice on the junior there, number 5 from Fleming County. That's twice that he's broken up a pass, and if he was one step quicker, he would have had a chance to be in the end zone twice tonight.
He read it the whole way. We were sitting here watching, and I knew Johnson was going to turn around and throw it. So did he.
Yeah.
So he was waiting on it. He just kind of stuck his hand out and knocked it down. East Carter, a bullet dodge there. So Messer back in punt formation.
Maybe a situation where we start looking to throw away from.
What a punt from Isaac Messer. It's going to go over the head of Johnson, and just a little too far. It's going to die 3 or 4 yards in the end zone. And Fleming County will start this next drive at their own 20-yard line. That's been his best punt so far. Nice
very good punt. Kind of a situation there where, both offenses really don't have a whole lot going at the time. And, one of those things where you don't really want to take a risk. You've got 140 till the half. Defense has done a great job, of putting Fleming County in 3rd and long, 2nd long. And, you just got to do that for another one more drive and go to the half and make adjustments.
One thing about this game, though, Cole, is there hasn't been any turnovers so far.
We've been close.
Ball's been put on.
I was going to say we had the drop ball down here.
Right.
The ball's on the ground.
Right. Mikey Hall fumbled right here, and of course Martin for Fleming County fumbled over on that far sideline.
Yeah.
Fortunate that one got out of bounds. So look for turnovers to be a huge key here, especially when there may only be 1 or 2. Dropping to throw is Martin. It's a screen. Out in the middle of the field is Johnson, who's got a lot of room. They just need to try to get him down. Stiff arming Raiders, and they're going to get him out of bounds over on that sideline.
Big gain.
So this will take the ball across the 40 to maybe the 41-yard line.
Score update. 6 minutes left in the second.
I like the play design there. You've not had a whole lot going, haven't had a whole lot of time to throw, come out and, try to get something quick, and, a pretty good gainer there to start the drive.
Of course, I can't speak for everybody here below us. Per the RPI, we hope Boyd County pulls it off. So in the gun is Martin, dropping to throw, sets up deep. Now he's going to roll off to his right, and the pass is complete. And really good open field tackling there, Cole. Good job there by Martin. And got it to Lofton over here, who's played a great game at corner.
Yes, he has. He's had a very good game defensively, and right there, was able to come back and help his quarterback out.
Right.
And I thought he done a good job there as well. The only thing else you probably would like to see was maybe get out of bounds.
East Carter's not going to be happy with how much time that Martin had to sit back in that pocket. A lot of room over on that right side. Good job there by Ryland Fowl running down the receiver for Fleming County. We're going to get a timeout.
First down, Fleming County. Also a timeout taken by the Panthers.
You know, if you see here Fleming County's come out on this drive, and, you know, they've not had a whole lot of time to pass tonight. They've not looked real comfortable in the pocket, so they've come out and really tried to hit a couple quick things, and it's working right now.
It is. They're getting things going. Of course, tonight, the timeout is brought to you by Music and Miller Funeral Homes in Greenup and Ashland, where they have been a family-operated business for 70 years. Call 606-473-0099 in Greenup or 606-324-2141 in Ashland, or visit mfhfuneralhome.com. Okay, Cole, let's just cut to the chase. I think if you allow Fleming County to go down the field here, punch one in the end zone, they go in the half of the momentum, even though you've kind of dominated defensively so far.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's, just as far as that first drive where we were able to get 7, you look at it and there's not been a whole lot going for either offense. And that's kind of
Let's look at a little bit of a couple of replays here in the first half. As Russell leads Lewis County 21-0. Good play here by Johnson, who steps up and converts that big third down to Holbrook. One of the bigger plays there in the first half. Of course, East Carter, neither team has really been able to sustain a drive so far, but so far this has been Fleming County's most impressive drive.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they're kind of doing some things a little bit different, and, done a good job there of getting the ball in space. But, time's going to become a factor. Still got 2 timeouts, 47 seconds, ball on the 43-yard line.
Martin's in the gun. Dropping to throw, sets up deep. He's got a drag coming across the middle. He's going to throw this one down the sideline. Ryland Fowl's over there, and it's going to be intercepted. Ryland Fowl, who's fresh back. We missed him at Bath County last week, so good to see him back there.
A guy that, right there, I feel like Fleming County got away from what was working. I know time was against them.
And I think that when that quarterback, Martin, goes over to the sideline, he's going to hear that from Coach Bill Spencer, because he had a drag going across the middle. Open, you take that, you get 5 or 6 yards, he's out of bounds, you stop the clock, and you've still got 2 timeouts.
What you want if you're Fleming County in that situation is, obviously you want 7 points. You're trying to get in the end zone before the half, but the main thing is you want the ball last.
Right.
You got to try to make something happen, even if it's on the last play, heave at the end zone. You got to keep the ball in your possession.
If you're Coach Tim Champlin, I think you just hand this ball off and you go to half.
Absolutely. I don't think there's any doubt.
Kind of like what Kentucky will do to Georgia tomorrow, just knee it out.
Easy now.
I thought I'd get you right there. This is going to be a counter to Holbrook. Goes across the 15, still breaking tackles, finally taken down by Johnson at the 20. And I think Coach Tim Champlin still just going to let this one go.
I'd let this clock run down, and I would head to the half.
And I think that,
be happy to be up 7-0.
I think Fleming County head coach Bill Spencer is probably okay with that. So let's see what they're going to do here. I believe as the coaches are going to work their way down the sideline, they're not even going to run a snap here. I think there was kind of making sure that Fleming's not going to call a timeout, and that's going to take us to the half. At the half, high atop Steve Womack Field on the campus of East Carter High School. East Carter leads Fleming County 7-0. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Check out Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson for the Lane Liquidation event with sofas and dinette sets starting at $299 and sectional sofas at $699. Dyer's has all the top brands in bedding from Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Serta, and Beauty Rest. They have a full selection of home appliances in stock and ready for immediate delivery while offering easy payment plans with no credit checks. Let Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore be your next stop for all your home furnishing needs. Family owned and operated for 4 generations and serving northeastern Kentucky for over 75 years. Stop by or give them a call at 606-474-5515. That's Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore, 506 Caramel Boulevard in Grayson.
State Senator Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
The Electric Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The utility board encourages their customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Back out here on the Kool Hit Sports Network, Cole, and as we look around in a first half that was really dominated by both defenses. I know East Carter put a touchdown on the board, but that was not a long, sustained drive. It was a drive that was essentially set up by their defense.
Yeah, it was. Well, and if you remember, they had got put into a situation where I think it was like 4th and 30. A situation like that where you're punting and you're really hoping to get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. So you're right. There's not really been a long, sustained drive by either offense yet. And both defensive lines, I think, are the story of the game so far. They've not really allowed anything to get going.
A game that I just didn't expect it to be low scoring. I thought there was a lot of weapons for both the offenses. You talk about Fleming County and Johnson.
Yeah.
And pick your poison if you're East Carter. You deal with Mikey Hall. You deal with Gabe Roberts, Yoke, Johnson, Holbrook.
Yeah.
But the story, go back to the story, is that front seven for East Carter the way they played in the first half.
Yeah. Again, how we said it there. Both defensive lines are really making it hard on the offenses. And what they're doing is I think they're putting both offenses in a position where they're doing things they're not comfortable with doing. Fleming County obviously wants to be in a 3rd and short, a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 to be able to hand the ball off. They're in more of a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and have to do things, maybe that they haven't done a lot this year. And same with East Carter. We've been put into some 3rd and 8s and 3rd and longs and stuff like that. And, we've been in more of those situations, and Quentin's comfortable in those situations, but he's not had a lot of time to throw.
And Johnson has really been comfortable scrambling outside the pocket so far. Doesn't have a whole lot of yards to show for it, but he's made, what would be a sack. What would be a sack, get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. But it's just been one of those games, a game that flew by. That first half was super fast. And it was, the score may be only 7-0, but there was a lot that went on.
We talked about it there. The fumble, the ball that went on the ground there, or really twice. There was 2 fumbles that, neither one were resulted in turnovers. Plus, you had the 2 passes broken up by Fleming County there that could have easily been pick sixes. And, it's a thing if those things happen, we're kind of sitting here having a different conversation.
We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll look at some of the keys for the second half here on Kool TV.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Your local gym meets all your kids' athletic needs. Forget the long drives. Go to Cosmic Athletic Center in Olive Hill. We have instruction in all-star cheer, tumbling, basketball, volleyball, soccer, hip-hop dance, and pickleball at our 12,000 square foot facility. Or schedule your next birthday party with us. Our highly qualified staff works with athletes from 5 counties. Like us on Facebook or go to thecosmiccenter.com on US 60 by Rock Crusher Curve in Olive Hill. Phone 286-0239. Cosmic Athletic Center.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
Fall hunting season is here, and Border Sporting Goods has your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reloading supplies, along with a wide selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you, they know you by name.
You may not go in there for a day or, several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Looking for a new ride? Stop by Fairchild's Auto Sales where everyone is approved. Good credit, bad credit, even no credit. Fairchild Auto Sales is fast and hassle-free and can get you on the road with down payments as low as only $500. Plus, all purchases receive a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty. With new inventory arriving weekly, Fairchild's Auto Sales is certain to have that new ride you are looking for. Need servicing on your ride? Fairchild's Auto Sales is now offering service work with oil change and brake service specials. Let Fairchild's Auto Sales earn your business. Call 606-494-2030 or visit fairchildsauto.com. Fairchild's Auto Sales, US 23 in Wordland.
State Senator Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
Back out here on Kool TV, as both teams are, Fleming County's over here to our far right, over there beside the sled, and kind of working things out as the coaches are talking things over with them. East Carter's back in their locker room getting some adjustments. Look at some of the keys here in the second half, Cole, and I think it's for East Carter, you're going to have to sustain a drive. You're going to have to keep that. And I know East Carter has a lot of guys that play both sides of the ball, but for those select players that just play one side of the ball, any type of break you can get them is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you always look at this, and you look at this second half in a 7-0 game, and I think the East Carter gets the ball first. We get the ball coming out of the half, and I think that's a very important drive for us. I really feel like that can dictate how the second half goes, and I think Fleming County's first offensive drive is a big drive for them. For them, I think they're put into a situation where they need to be able to have some success on offense to really start to believe.
Absolutely, and for East Carter, I'll just give a key for the whole game in general. There's going to be a turnover.
Yeah.
Which team's going to commit that, I think, plays a big role in who's going to win tonight.
Yeah.
Another thing is, look for a heavy dose of Trent here in the second half.
I agree. It's one of those things where, we're in the time of year, and I think it's the same for most teams. You're probably not at 100%, and
right.
He didn't carry the ball a whole lot there in the first half, and maybe it's one of those things where he's, he is maybe a little beat up and stuff like that. You know that you're going to need him in the second half, and you're
right.
trying to keep him as fresh as possible.
Of course, in prior years, our sister district was Belfry, McGoffin, Lawrence, and I'm not sure who the fourth team was. It's not like that no more.
No.
You've got teams like Lexington Catholic,
Yeah.
Ludlow,
Lloyd Memorial, Pendleton County, Bourbon County.
Teams like that that you're going to have to, you look towards, and I hate to look ahead, but games like this dictate where you're going to go first or second week of the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely it does, and you don't want to get put into a situation where, you want to be able to host that first-round game. And, obviously you want to win the district, and that's everybody's main goal. But really getting a top 2 seed, is very, very crucial for teams in our district this year. And, nobody's hiding from that. I think that's why everybody realizes tonight's a big district game, and, why games going forward are, all these district games matter so much.
And another thing is, I know that a lot of people that are listening or watching probably don't pay attention to the RPI, but the RPI, if you look at it right now, with the top 3 teams in the district, you talk about Fleming, Russell, and East Carter, are all super close right now. I mean, within 2 or 3 spots of each other. A win like this for East Carter at home, and then you hope Boyd County wins tonight, and then Martin County's not had a bad year, Cole.
No, they've been solid.
And so you get Martin County back here to the final regular season home game.
Yeah.
If it comes down to the RPI, you may play your first 3 games here at Steve Womack.
Could, you very well could. That's just all these district games, they're so important. You look at it and you want to get that first game at home. So,
right.
That's going to require you to be the 1 seed or the 2 seed. And I think that's got to be your goal.
We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll play a little football here at East Carter High School on Kool TV.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Bright Beginnings Preschool, located in Raceland Christian Church at 210 Caroline Road, provides quality childcare with Christian values to more than 30 students currently enrolled in the school. Open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Bright Beginnings Preschool is available for nearly every schedule while offering a peace of mind while your little one is away. For more information, contact Heather Scarberry at brightbeginningsatRacelandChristian.com or call 606-834-9241. That's Bright Beginnings Preschool, 210 Caroline Road, Raceland.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
Raceland Christian Church, located at 210 Caroline Road, can provide you with a path to Jesus with Sunday morning service at 10:30, evening services at 6, and Christ-centered recovery services Tuesday night at 6, where over 250 people have surrendered their lives to Christ over the last 2 years. Raceland Christian Church also offers their Feed My Sheep food pantry while serving more than 150 Greenup County families each month.
This is Jason Likens, the lead minister at Raceland Christian Church. We're a little church with a big vision of serving our community for the cause of Christ. We invite you to come live out your faith with us.
Back out here on Kool TV, as East Carter's made their way back on the field. Of course, they usually will put an extra 3 minutes.
We'll get some warm-up period here, and then second half's going to be underway.
As we just, right before we came back live, we got an update. Boyd County leads Ashland at the half, 15-14. Could you imagine Canonsburg if they were to pull that one off tonight?
You get in those district games, and in a rivalry game, you just never know.
Holy
you never know.
Cow! Wow, that would be huge for that program. And of course, I always will be a huge fan of Coach Evan Ferguson out there at Boyd County, which I like Chad Tackett also at Ashland.
Yeah. Both doing a really good job.
Doing a really
good job.
But it would mean more to Boyd County to win, Cole. It would mean more. So let's see. No, they're not going to put an extra 3 minutes on the board, and they shouldn't because it was a 15-minute halftime.
Yeah, I think they did.
Okay, they're going to. So
we're ready for a second half.
Let's take one more break. When we come back, we'll try to play this second half, unless they put more time on the clock.
Let's do it.
On Kool TV.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Check out Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson for the Lane liquidation event with sofas and dinette sets starting at $299 and sectional sofas at $699. Dyer's has all the top brands in bedding from Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Serta, and Beauty Rest. They have a full selection of home appliances in stock and ready for immediate delivery while offering easy payment plans with no credit checks. Let Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore be your next stop for all your home furnishing needs. Family owned and operated for 4 generations and serving northeastern Kentucky for over 75 years. Stop by or give them a call at 606-474-5515. That's Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore, 506 Carolina Boulevard in Grayson.
Back out here on Kool TV as the officials have made their way back onto the field.
Looks like Fleming County's taking the field. They're ready for the second half.
Cole, one thing that I think that we haven't mentioned at all tonight is how important the special teams has been for East Carter. Now, they haven't been capitalized so far.
Yeah.
And what I mean by is Gabe Roberts has had 15 and 25-yard punt returns.
Yeah.
And,
A lot of space on that.
I think that, the way that I'm not going to say they're going to onside kick this, but don't be surprised if they don't.
Nah, absolutely not. They're already set up and ready to go.
I wouldn't. The way that Fleming County's defense has been playing, they've been
It's
playing
one of
really
those
well.
things
I
too,
wouldn't.
where Spencer, I don't necessarily disagree with you. They have played good defense, but we talked about it time and time again. These long kicks in high school are really hard to cover. And what you don't want to happen, your defense is playing pretty solid. What you don't want to happen is you don't want to kick one deep and then run it back and it's 14-0, and you're 20 seconds in.
I understand that, especially
the
the way.
half. So, it's one of those things where you're going to get your defense set up.
Especially the way that East Carter special teams has played,
Yeah.
especially the return team so far this year, as Fowl and Hall are back deep to receive the upbacks, or Gabe Roberts and Holbrook over on that far sideline. It just feels like an onside kick. Just looking at it, it feels like it's an onside kick. As you see, our special teams coach is right there saying, it's coming right to you. Look at him. He's telling his players it's coming right to you. If you're going to onside kick it, though, I think you kick it right in the middle of the field.
A lot of space there.
There is. So East Carter to receive this kickoff. And it's just a little pooch kick over to the left. Gabe Roberts just didn't know where he was at on the field there, Cole.
Yeah, absolutely. That's when you got to let go.
Well, and you know what? That's still decent field position.
Yeah,
26-yard line. Yeah. It's not like you're back at the 5 or 6.
Yeah, the only thing is, ball goes out of bounds there. You got a chance to decline that penalty and make them kick it to you.
Right.
Again.
Right. Let's see here.
Fans, this third quarter brought to you by Papa John's of Grayson.
Coach Tim Champlin was trying to say that his foot was out of bounds when he touched it. If that's the case, actually, the kick goes out of bounds. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, it makes sense.
If you are over on the sideline, say you're a return man, and the ball just dies at the 10-yard line inbounds, and you go and step out of bounds and touch the ball, it's considered an out-of-bounds kick. It's interesting. I saw that one time. I couldn't believe it. Johnson's in the gun. First and 10, East Carter. Yoke to his right, 2 receivers to his right. Handoff goes to Yoke straight up the middle. Another really good play there by that front 7 for Fleming County.
The Fleming County defensive line and the East Carter defensive line both, I think, have been outstanding.
It's been tough yards tonight for Yoke. You think they've really limited the yards that Gabe Roberts and Mikey Hall have gotten tonight also.
Yeah. Well, I think that goes, the secondary's done a good job too, but, Quentin's not had a lot of time. It's not like he's been able to sit back there comfortable and really find those guys down the field.
And I think you're going to have to. I think you're going to have to. You're going to have to back this front seven up just a little bit, this linebackers especially. Johnson dropping a throw, gets it out, screen pass to Hall, cuts it back in, and his body slammed.
That is star running back and middle linebacker, number 20, Austin Trent, with the tackle.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 10.
You know what? Still got a chance to capitalize here on this opening drive, but really, like we talked about there at halftime, keys to the second half, putting yourself in situations you know that you're not overly comfortable with executing it.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Fleming County's just been really good up front so far. They got essentially five defensive linemen there, Cole.
Yep.
You're going to throw it down the field here, though.
False start.
And they're going to get East Carter for a false start, and it's going to make it 3rd and 15. Now you may just hand it off and punt it.
I think it's one of those things where you don't really want to do anything. You're not going to be able to gain a whole lot of field position by doing that. So one of those things where you got to really make sure you don't turn the ball over in your own territory. Not the opening start to the second half that we needed here.
No, it's not. Of course, tonight's game is brought to you by J.D. Flooring of Greenup for all your carpet and flooring needs. See the good folks at J.D. Flooring. 3rd and 15, Cole, and at the half, West Carter leading Bath County 12-0, by the way. I think you hand this one off and just, let you make them tie it up before you get a little bit more aggressive. Well, he's not. Johnson looking to throw, setting up deep. He's got Hall open, and really good play there by Johnson. The ball hung in the air just a little bit.
It was. Mikey Hall had a step there, and Johnson done a really good job of closing down space there as the ball was in the air.
Yeah, not only that, but the official was standing right in the way.
Yeah, well, and it's a tough play to make. You got to really catch up ground and cover ground and not commit that penalty because, that's what everybody's looking for on that deep ball, getting that flag.
Messer back to punt. He had a really good punt his last time. Going to need another one for East Carter as they're backed up.
It's like Fleming County's in safe. I'm a little surprised they're not coming after this one.
I think they're setting up for a return. This one's going to hit off the right side of the foot, and this is going to give Fleming County excellent starting field position. Let's see where they mark this one at. It's going to go out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Fleming County offense hasn't been able to get a whole lot going tonight, but it's hard to ask for a better start in the second half than that for Fleming County.
And you see, you saw Trent get a handoff early in the game. It looked like maybe he rolled his ankle or maybe it was a pre-existing injury, but the way he tackled Mikey Hall there on that second down, it makes you think, well, maybe he's fine.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
Was a very explosive play.
1st and 10, Fleming County.
I think that might have woke up this crowd a little bit on that tackle.
Well, I tell you, I don't think people understand how important of a game this is. This is a game that we circled in the preseason. So, 1st and 10, Fleming County. That pistol set. 2 receivers to his left now. One comes in motion. Handoff straight up the middle to Trent, who's going to run over a Raider. Run over a Raider. And it's stripped away by Holbrook. Just one of those user strips that you see in Madden. What a play by Holbrook.
My goodness, there was a lot go on in that play.
Trent lowered his shoulder, ran over a Raider, and then was, just completely stripped. It was just stolen away from him now.
Absolutely.
It looks like Trent maybe got a little banged up there. And it's like maybe his left shoulder. You see that on your Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. Had a little difficulty with our instant replay tonight. Of course, we got some of the best producers here and the Cool Hit Sports Network, so we got it figured out.
You talked about that turnover. That was it.
Huge turnover there.
Yeah, absolutely, because he's picked up 15 yards on the first
down. And that was
down.
not a forced turnover. That was, I'm going to take it. It's a turnover.
Yeah.
Johnson in the gun, Yoke in the backfield. 2 receivers to his left. That's Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts, who have been relatively quiet tonight. Handoff goes to Yoke straight up the middle. He's got some room, goes across the 40, dragging Panthers close to the 45-yard line. It should be an East Carter first down. Brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy. For all your pharmaceutical needs, see Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenup. Finally, Cole, there was a lane there, and Yoke hit it.
That was the most space, we've had on a carry all night. I think it's, it creates that momentum off that turnover.
1st and 10, East Carter at their own 45-yard line. Johnson in the gun, calls for the ball. Handoff goes to Yoke again, who just had nothing there. Really good job there by that front seven for Fleming County. He thought about cutting it up. There wasn't nothing there. He tried to bounce it outside, nothing there. Did a good job of getting it back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Yep.
Russell leading Lewis County 31-0 at the half.
Wow.
So a team that Fleming County took care of early last week.
Yeah.
So
it was. Tough couple weeks for Lewis County.
Of course, we love Lewis County. Lewis County is a Kool Hits family team, and they're just, it's one of those things, and Coach, sometimes you got to crawl before you can walk.
Well, and, sometimes the schedule just lays out that way, and you've got a tough couple games. But early in the year, they've had a lot of success this year.
Here's Yoke, and he is driving, and it's going to get close to the 49-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot him down at the 48. He'll bring up another 3rd and medium. Something that East Carter was good at converting there, especially in the first quarter, is those 3rd and 6th and 7th.
Yeah, you got to get into that 3rd and medium. And also in the first half, we were in a lot of those positions on the field, to where we were in 4-down territory. So it makes that 3rd and medium call a lot easier if you know you got an extra play.
And I think that if let's just say East Carter converts this first down, whether they run it or they pass it, I think you take the shot then.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. I think if you keep dialing that up, eventually you're going to be able to create some space and make that happen.
Not even have to catch it. What if there's a flag?
Exactly. Just like we talked about there on that last 3rd and long.
And Johnson does a really good job of picking that one up, but it's going to be a loss of yardage, and now you punt. As it's going to be a loss of maybe 2 or 3. Takes the ball and puts it at the 47 of East Carter. And just a little miscommunication between Fowl and Johnson. And like we said, Fowl only got a handful of practices, maybe 2 practices.
Yeah, and that's the 3rd time tonight that we've put the ball on the ground, and thankfully we've been able to retain possession on all 3.
So Messer back in punt formation. His last punt wasn't a good one.
No.
But the punt before that was a really good one. So hopefully we're kind of alternating punts.
Again, looks like Fleming County's kind of in punt safe and not really looking to come after it.
This one's a good one. It's going to go all the way to the right and fielded by Johnson, who breaks a tackle, and he's not going to break that 2nd tackle. He's going to be drugged down at about the Fleming County 23-yard line, and that is where the Panthers will start their 2nd drive here in the 2nd half.
See, weren't able to get points off that turnover, the last Fleming County turnover, but was able to flip the field. And in the first half, that was very crucial, in order to, keep the momentum. And hopefully that'll do the same thing here in the 2nd half.
Well, we're about to find out. Fleming County went right down the field. First possession of the 2nd half, and if it wouldn't have been for a Briar Holbrook strip, Coach, we might be tied.
Absolutely. I don't think there's any doubt. It looked like they were marching the ball down the field to tie this thing up.
It's been a long time, and I've covered a lot of East Carter football games, over the years. It's been a long time since it's been 7-0 in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah. Don't typically get that in high school.
Maybe ever. Handoff goes to Trent up the middle. Really good job there. For that Raider front 7, I believe that was Messer getting to him.
This feels like a really big drive, don't it? I mean, to get the ball back after that turnover, but to be in worse field position, it just feels like, Fleming County's hopefully, one of those things where they're, they've went in and tried to make adjustments, and they're hoping to really come out and make those happen.
Morgan County leading Jenkins 42-14 at the half. Morgan County's not that bad. They've been pretty good these last couple of years, I'm telling you. 2nd and 9. dropping to throw, and he's going to be sacked. Carter got him. Carter coming in from that linebacker spot, just split the gap, Coach, and nothing you could do there if you're the quarterback.
Absolutely not. No time. They went with the play action there, and I'm sure they were trying to find Johnson on that far side. And just not a lot of time. And that's really about the 3rd or 4th time tonight they've had a situation like that where they've just not had time to let anything develop.
So it brings up 3rd and 14. And I think the situation's a little bit different if you're Coach Bill Spencer. I don't think you hand this one off. I think you're going to have to start taking some chances to get a momentum swing. 3rd and 14. Ball spotted at the Panther 18. In the shotgun, trips to his right. Dropping to throw. And now he's going to roll off to his left, and he's going to be sacked again. Isaac Messer got him. So that Raider defense rises to the occasion again, Coach. It's just one of those things. This game might end. I shouldn't say that. It might end 7-0.
Well, right back to what we talked about at halftime. We talked about the keys to the second half, and whichever team can put the opponent in situations that they're not all that comfortable in. And again, you put Fleming County in second and long, third and long, and that's not where they're used to executing. You've really flipped the field.
Of course, if you are, you'll see on your screen, but. Mikey Hall, Gabe Roberts standing at the Fleming County. The snap about went over the punter's head. This one's going to be out of bounds, close to midfield.
It's a pretty good punt for all things considered. He was back inside the 5-yard line.
He had to jump up and grab it. And I tell you, if that goes through the end zone, 7-0 game turns into a 2-possession game. Of course, tonight's game is brought to you by Kirk Robinson State Farm Insurance. Kirk can take care of all your insurance needs, home, health, and vehicle. That's Kirk Robinson State Farm Insurance. Uh, 7:21 left in the third quarter. Raceland leads Fairview 55-0.
Are we still at the half over in at the Boyd Ashland game?
I haven't gotten an update. Of course, our update guy, Dwayne Fowler, one of the nicest guys, great guy. I call him the caretaker. He works a little bit of the later shift and night shift there at the station. He does all the updates, so should be getting updates soon. 1st and 10, East Carter. Johnson in the gun. A little bit of a bunch formation. Dropping to throw. He's got Mikey Hall open as he's hit, as he's thrown. And it comes down with his Mikey Hall at the Fleming County 11. It didn't look like he was going to get to that.
It did not. It looked like the route was taking him more toward the back of the end zone, and the ball was taking him more toward the sideline. But a great adjustment. And just like we talked about, that shot to get down the field and capitalize on good field position.
We knew it would come on first down. And I think if Johnson had maybe a second longer, he gets him in stride and it's 14-0.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Really good throw there by Johnson. Great job by that East Carter offensive line. It sounds greedy. If he had another second, he probably had 4 to begin with.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, East Carter. Of course, first downs this season are brought to you by Red 8RX Pharmacy in Greenup. Handoff goes to Yoke. Here comes a flag. Yoke lowers his helmet and tries to run over Johnson. Johnson,
looks like we got a flag here in the backfield as well, right around the 14.
It's going to be a holding just due to the body language of that offensive line for East Carter.
They don't seem happy.
Yeah. So I've always been that, I was always an offensive lineman, and when I was in high school, one time I got called for holding, and I asked him, it was a holding. He said, I could call holding every play. And I said, well, why don't you? Maybe people would stop holding if you called it.
It's a good way to do away with it.
Yeah. I think it's more of the apparent holding calls, and you see a lot more holding calls, especially when a quarterback scrambles and kind of changes direction.
Like that play there, stretch,
right.
You've got more time to pay attention.
And the defenders are trying to fight across the offensive line's body, and they kind of get caught with their hands. So 1st and 20 now for East Carter. Johnson dropping to throw, and throws.
Got him.
And just going to go over the top of the head as he had Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts in the same vicinity. Both guys were open, and the pass is going to sail just a little too far. It'll bring up 2nd and 20.
Your 2nd and 20, is not exactly where you wanted to be after hitting that long strike to Mikey Hall, but, you still got plenty of room here. You're already down to the 23-yard line. You've tried the field goal already tonight. Probably not going back that route unless you could get a lot closer.
I think you do. I think you do.
It's one of those situations. It depends on where you're at. I mean, you're going to have to get down closer.
If you get inside the 20, I think you try it.
It's
what
tough.
Do you do?
It's tough.
You don't punt it.
No, you're definitely not punting. You're going for it. You're 4-down territory.
And if you kick it in the end zone, you only lose 3 yards. This one's going to be caught at the 20-yard line. And and the only thing that I shouldn't say this, barring a blocked kick, you're not giving up any yards.
No, you're not.
Because if he kicks in the end zone, it's a touchback.
I totally agree where you're coming with. I think where I'm at is, where we've already tried that kick once tonight. If you get it down close enough to where you're comfortable enough kicking it, you're probably comfortable enough going for it at this point.
Right. Well, I don't know. Not this far out. I tell you, I don't think I would do that. I think if they don't get it here, I think you have to go for it. I don't think let's just say they don't pick up any yards at all. I think you have to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not kicking from here.
But I think if you get 5 or 6, I think you might try it. I think you might try
anything to make it 2 possessions. I'm all
because
for
nobody
it.
knows this team better than these coaches and Coach Tim Champlin. So if he's seen these kids do it in practice several times, why not try it? Johnson in trouble, gets away, just got to try to get away, and just throws this one away. Really good play there by Johnson.
Very surprised we didn't get holding calls as long as the scramble was going around there.
And that was really good coverage downfield by that Fleming County secondary.
It was.
And it was good blocking up front for East Carter. He had time and just, good
Again,
coverage.
number 10 from Fleming County, the far side in there, Isaac Fry, when he's in a one-on-one matchup, he's really caused a lot of problems.
And I
tonight.
think right here, and this is just my prediction, I think that Coach Tim Champlin has just told Johnson that just throw it up to Gabe Roberts or Mikey Hall, and if they make a play, if they don't,
exactly.
they don't.
You're nothing hurt field position.
Give them a chance.
You still flip the field either way, and you got to take an opportunity, especially being in 4th and 17.
And they're in that max. Protect. He's got the tight end. Yeah, this is going to be just throw it up for grabs. Johnson rolls off to his right, throws across the middle of the field, and just a pass behind Gabe Roberts, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Again, Spencer, number 10, he just causing so many problems for the East Carter offensive line and Quentin Johnson. When you get back there that quick and you don't have a lot of time to set your feet, it makes it really hard.
That is Isaac Fry for Fleming County, who actually, Cole, leads the team in tackles coming into tonight. Isaac Fry leads the team in tackles,
Yes.
number 10, the one you were just mentioning.
He's had a great ball game here tonight, and really the main reason that Fleming County's kept this game at 1 possession. Spencer, do we get a Fleming County drive here? Are they able to move the chains any of this drive? Or
I think that you're going to have one of those plays that where did that come from?
Yeah.
I think that, I don't think it's going to be a drive, Coach. I think it's going to be a play.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be any drives tonight. I think it's going to be a 40-yard or better play.
Yeah.
Either by East or Fleming. Direct snap to Johnson, who circles off to his right, and it's going to be pushed out of bounds.
Positive yards on first down. I think Coach Bill Spencer would take that, don't you think?
Yeah, and you saw the interception that they threw a little earlier. Kind of just threw a jump ball down their sideline, that far sideline over there. He had drag running wide open down the middle of the
had
field.
A lot of space, 2 timeouts.
And it's just, some of the things that you'll see on film, it's easy for us to sit up here and say that, but stuff that you'll learn to kind of take into next game. But for East Carter, it's simple. It's simple, Cole. You're going to have to run the ball. You're going to have to run the ball better because
absolutely.
At this point,
Fleming County's come out second straight play. They're in the Wildcat. Johnson's taking both the snaps.
And Trent's back there with him, and I'm sure he can throw a little bit. Handoff goes to Trent, and really good play by that East Carter defense. As he's going to get a couple yards for his trouble anyways, but he's one of those guys, Cole. You don't bring him down unless it's maybe Messer or one or two of those guys on that defense. You don't bring him down with arm tackles.
No, absolutely not. You better hit him low, and really, it's probably going to take more than one most carries to get him on the ground.
Let's say Fleming County doesn't get this. Do you go for it?
Well, the good news for them is I think the clock's going to run down, and they're going to have the quarter to think about it. So, I think 3rd and 1 though, they've got to really do a good job if they're going to execute the rest of this game. They got to move up front here.
Johnson and Trent in the backfield. It's going to be a direct snap, and he's going to have it as he crosses the 30-yard line to the 31. 38 seconds left here. It'll be a 1st and 10 Fleming County. As Ashland has retaken the lead 22-15. A 57-yard touchdown pass from Strader to Davis, 22-15.
Strader
to Davis. And that's going to run the clock out on they're going to run a play. And Coach Tim Champlin's going to call a timeout.
Took a timeout.
Yeah. Fleming County tried to pull a fast one there. They kind of walked over to the sideline like they were going to run the clock out.
Gamesmanship there.
And then ran back out there. So
Now they're most certainly running a play. Once you get the timeout, you got to run the play,
I don't know
right?
if they did. I don't know if they did. I was just it just adds a little.
Definitely seemed it.
It seemed like that. I will say that because East Carter seemed content that they were going to run the clock out also. We'll have to go back and watch it on replay because I was sitting here looking at the stats of tonight's game and looking at my Apple Watch because I assumed we were going to go to the quarter. So
Well, you had our team here. East Carter was walking down the sideline. They had the fours in the air, and then on sprinted Fleming County to at least put pressure. Not sure they were going to snap it, but they were at least putting the pressure and made us burn the timeout.
And when you call the timeout, it forces Fleming County to run a play, which I don't think Bill Spitzer wanted to do that. I think he wanted a fresh set of downs to begin the fourth quarter. Now, unless he gets another first down, he's not going to have that.
Yeah.
Johnson's going to be in the gun, that wildcat formation. They're content with running this until they stop it.
Yeah.
Trent to his left, and he's got trips to his right. Rolling off to his right is Johnson. Now he's going to throw to a wide-open receiver, but the pass is going to sail over the head. We've played 3. It's 7-0. East Carter leads. We'll be back on Kool TV.
A significant number of people are both dehydrated and lacking the proper nutrients their body needs to function optimally. Intravenous therapy is a great way to refresh, refuel, and recover from the stresses of life. Bluegrass Drip offers intravenous therapy as well as aesthetics procedures that help remodel and replace collagen, all in a very relaxing atmosphere. For more information, call 205-285-1642 or go to bluegrassdrip.com. That's Bluegrass Drip Wellness and Aesthetics.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Back out here on Kool TV. We're ready to start the fourth quarter. Cole, I tell you, if I would have told you it was going to be 7-0 going into the fourth quarter, would you have believed me?
I would have probably said, are you sure you don't mean 7-0 after the first drive tonight?
And we went through 2 quarters without a score. Of course, East Carter led 7-0 at the end of quarter number 1.
Not been a whole lot of first downs.
And second and third quarter went scoreless.
Yep.
And you got to credit both teams' defenses. Give credit where credit's due. Fleming County's front sevens played really good. East Carter's front sevens played really good.
Yep, they've been the story of the game.
And I think that they both knew coming into this game that the game would be won at the line of scrimmage, and you can tell.
Totally agree.
So they're going to stay in that wildcat formation.
2nd and 10. That not being able to complete that ball there.
That'd been a touchdown.
Yeah, it was.
Touchdown. Johnson in the gun now. Trent lines up behind him. Now a man comes in motion. It's going to be a fake jet sweep, and Johnson's got some space, a lot of space.
Oh, no.
And he breaks a tackle, and he may be gone. Johnson down the sideline, and we are going to have a Fleming County touchdown.
Well, you just said you thought it was going to have to be a long play that led to a scoring play, and right there, you're what do we got? Probably a 65-yard touchdown run.
I thought it would be a play. Good job there by Johnson. Really good blocking up front. East Carter got fooled on the jet sweep. A lot of players flowed to the left. There's nobody over there.
They did. You brought the jet sweep and you ran that, and then you come back to the opposite side. But really what went unnoticed there, in my opinion, was the block that Austin Trent had out here on the edge. That really set that play up to springboard him down to the end zone. Looks like
they may go for 2 here.
Yep, looks like Fleming County's going for 2.
Ashland has scored again, 29-15.
Like we talked about earlier, they
can
put points up in a hurry over there.
Yes, they can. Huge play here as the wind picks up, and I tell you, that's got a chill to it.
Yes, it does.
Wildcat formation again. Huge play here for the lead in Fleming County. Rolls off to his right. Johnson cuts it up, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage and falls forward and goes in. So it's now 8-7. Fleming County leads East Carter. We'll be back on Kool TV.
The Electric Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The Utility Board encourages her customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Back out here on the Cool Hit Sports Network, Gabe Roberts takes this one, circles off back in the middle of the field. Here comes multiple flags. Regardless of the outcome of this is going to come back. Another.
What happened over there? I wasn't able to see on the far side.
I believe it was a hold or a block in the back, and usually when you get two flags in the same vicinity, it was the same foul.
Pretty confident. They were pretty confident on the call, weren't they?
And, Cole, we've seen that a couple of times tonight where East Carter was able to get some pretty good gains, but it's been negated by holding or blocks in the back.
Yeah, and, field position on the kickoff tonight has been really positive for Fleming County because, in most games throughout the year, we've been able to either have a good return, run the kickback, or really flip the field there, and, the flag negated it.
I think that you're not to the point yet, but I think if you're East Carter, if Fleming County comes out and stacks the box like they have all night, I'm just going to live or die with taking shots downfield.
Continue to watch number 10 here, Isaac Fry from Fleming County. Just continue
to
watch.
Just an edge rusher right here.
Just continue to watch he's really causing havoc back there.
Quick slant across the middle, Mikey Hall. It's going to be an East Carter first down brought to you by Red.
I think that's what we got to do, Spencer. I really do. I think you got to get the ball out quick and really try to get the ball in space.
Well, you're going to have to make these corners. If they're going to give you this cushion, if they're going to give you this cushion, then you're going to have to start throwing it. And if Mikey Hall breaks that tackle, it's now a 14-8 game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of space out here to Johnson's right. Yoke in the backfield. Hall split out to his left. Gabe Roberts to his right on this 1st and 10 play. Another slant across the middle to Mikey Hall. And listen. Perfect play calling for Tim Chamberlain. Perfect.
Yeah, if they're going to give you that cushion, you've really got to.
Now you hit them with the.
You've really got to make them pay, and it also when you're getting the ball out quick, it takes that pass rush away.
Well, now you know what you do. You fake the slant and you cut down the middle of the field, and you should be wide open because you've already got them twice. So
definitely going to want to jump that route, ain't he?
He's
been close to 2 interceptions tonight, so he's really.
And you got to think he's close to that Fleming County sideline. So people are like, "Come on, man, you got to do better than that." So let's see if. And they're going to flip sides as Gabe Roberts is going to switch to Johnson's right, Mikey Hall over to the left. See if this one fakes the handoff, and that should be a holding. How is that not a hold? As Gabe Roberts kind of got held up there with Johnson.
Not what we wanted to see there with a
lot of contact there for that.
Miscommunication on the route, and the ball hung up in the air there a long time.
So it'll bring up 3rd and short, but you can take that shot because if you can't listen, I'm telling my guys this in the huddle. If we can't get a half a yard to convert this first down, we probably don't deserve to win anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah, no better time to take a shot.
You give the ball off to Yoke here, though. Yoke has the first down and a lot of room across midfield inside the 45-40. 35-30 and pushed out over on that far sideline. If the wind begins to pick up, and I tell you, the long-sleeve shirt behind us, it might make an appearance. We knew the front was coming through.
I wouldn't blame you. Yeah, this wind's picking up. It's pretty chilly up on top.
Big play there for Landon Yoke. It's a 1st and 10 East Carter brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy.
Ball down to right at the Fleming County 30-yard line. We've been down here a lot tonight.
the most consistent drive that East Carter's had all night. They may have put a touchdown up. It was set up by their defense. This has been their best drive tonight so far.
Absolutely.
Johnson in the gun. Hand off. Straight up the middle to Yoke. Yoke trying to break tackles and just can't do it. Gets to the 30, and that's it. Tell you, Fleming County, they don't get a lot of penetration, Cole, but they're really good at shedding blocks and getting into the ball.
Yes. Yep, I thought, again, they ran that one to the strong side, and, the linebacker was able to get up there and set the edge. And, when you sit there and you got that defensive line coming downhill, it really makes it hard.
So 2nd and 10. As we are under 9:30 left in a game that seems like it's flown by.
Yeah, it has.
Well, it is 9:16, so probably hasn't flown by, but
for us it has.
It has. And when you're enjoying it and you're watching good football, it's flown by. Johnson's in the backfield. He's got Yoke to his left. Gabe Roberts split out to his left. Slant across the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. No, he dropped it.
He was right there.
Well, no, it just led Gabe just a little bit too far. The slant was there. The pass just went a little too far, and as Gabe Roberts gets up and kind of has a little bit of a limp to him. You can see it on your instant replay. Great, sponsored by Grayston Sporting Goods. Pass just kind of sailed on him just a little bit, way out in front of him. See, just the slant was there, though.
Yeah. Well, and Johnson had seen that twice. He was probably prepared that was a route that we had been able to hit, and he jumped it there and almost made another big impactful play and could have had his second touchdown if he catches that one.
Well, I continue to take shots. I mean, Johnson dropping the throw, steps up in the pocket, still loose, and
hold on the ball.
Sacked. He is going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line.
Looks like punt team's coming on. Again, when you sit back there in the pocket and you've got all that time, you're trying to attack downfield. You were in 3rd and 10. We talked about it again at halftime. You're not really used to executing, in those 3rd and longs. So when that happens, the defense can really pin their ears back and try to come at you and cause a lot of pressure just like they did there. The Fleming County defensive line has been phenomenal.
Really good punt there for Messer. Maybe too good. Oh, it's going to die inside the 5 and go out of bounds.
Oh, just went
inside the goal, the pylon.
It just went in.
So it'll be a touchback. Fleming County will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. See it on this Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. Fleming County 1st and 10. And they're going to continue with that Wildcat look, Cole. It's going to be
absolutely.
Johnson.
Would you go away from it?
No, I wouldn't.
Nope.
Rolling off to his right is Johnson. He's got a lot of room over there. And Johnson's down the sideline. I thought there was a hold, but there's not. This one's going to go for another touchdown, Fleming County.
It didn't even seem like he was really trying to get to the edge there to make much happen. He just kind of got over there and kind of really followed Trent through the hole, and the next thing you know, it opened up, and he was headed toward the end zone.
Kind of lost him over there on the sideline just a little bit, as I thought he was going to get pushed out of bounds. And give credit to where credit's due. Johnson makes
now you got to kick the point after here if you're Fleming County, right?
If you have a kicker, some teams just don't have a kicker, so we'll see here. I think they're going to kick.
I think they have brought him on. Number 3.
So if you're East Carter,
Parker Seals.
Now you're in a situation where next time you get the ball, there's no more punting.
No.
Kick is away, and it looks good.
That's a big kick.
It is good.
I know it's
8:02 left. It's
high school
Fleming.
football. Really a point after can be the difference, can it?
Yep. Fleming County now leads 15-7 over East Carter. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Back out here on Kool TV. This kick's going to go out of bounds, and so East Carter will start their drive at their own 35-yard line. Okay, Cole, you know what you got to do.
No, it looks like he will. I think he's going to do like we talked about earlier. I think you decline that penalty, and in high school you got to make him kick it again.
Yeah. Well, I think that you don't decline it. I think that you accept it, but there's two options.
Correct. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, if you're declining, you're getting the ball at the 35-yard line.
Right.
You accept it, you're taking the 5-yard penalty and a re-kick.
Yeah. Which some of East Carter's best plays that they've had so far in this 2023 season has been on special teams.
Absolutely.
Why not? And I tell you, for Fleming County, that was a good kick. You kept it out of the way of Gabe Roberts, of Mikey Hall, of Fowl, of guys like that will Holbrook that will take it to the house. Oh, I thought he was going to go for it. I thought he was.
Sprinted back up to the ball there, didn't he?
I think that the front line for East Carter may have thought that too, because they were.
I think you got to try to squib this one. If you're going to squib them again, you got to kind of squib this one down the middle.
Oh, it's a good one. A good kick straight down the middle of the field, and it's fielded by Fowl, who circles off to his left. A lot of room for Fowl.
A lot of space.
Fowl across midfield, inside the Fleming 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, East Carter. Here comes a flag, a late one after he crossed the line.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, we had to.
I don't see what the flag would have been
It was
about.
an early celebration. He was crossing the 15-yard line, pointing at the defenders. That's when the flag come out from this sideline official.
See the replay. I mean, man, you can't call that. All he did was just a little point. It's not like he was flipping him off. I mean, that's not that bad. I mean, come on, man. So does a touchdown stand? What happens here?
Yeah, you'll have the touchdown, and then you'll have the penalty is going to be accepted.
Oh, jeez.
And then it's going to move everything back
It's high
for
school
for the
football.
point after.
It's high school football.
Again, going back to what we talked about earlier.
I know Coach Tim Champlin's not going to be happy about it, but it's high school football.
Again, I totally agree with you, but how big is declining that penalty and making them kick it back off again?
Absolutely, and we talked about it, how, the special teams have kind of been the strongest point of the Raiders so far. So they're going to call it a dead ball personal foul, because if it happened during the play, then it shouldn't be a touchdown. So, no, it's not. So this should not be a touchdown.
Okay, yeah, the white hat come over a minute ago and centered.
Let's see what they're going to call here.
He signaled that was going to be the touchdown would stand, but
I'm not sure what. We need a little clarification here. Not sure what they're going to call. Just for the record, I didn't think Fowl did anything wrong. That was just, what was wrong with that? The kid didn't even get to play last week. As the scoreboard to our left still says 15-13. This must be the two-point conversion play. And what a play.
That was a very good play.
What a play by Fleming County's corners. They have been phenomenal all night.
A very, very good defensive play from number 5 there.
I'll be honest with you, it almost looked like we could have been called for offensive pass interference, or East could have been. Doesn't it seem like that a little bit?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because it looked like Mikey kind of had a hold of his shoulder, too.
Well, I think the reason, that's such, your defender.
Let's see the replay. Maybe we were wrong here.
Anytime I think the defender gets their head turned right there and deflects the ball.
I think that's just a great play.
I agree. Coach Champlin really wanted that to have some contact there to make up for some of those penalty yardage, but I think that's a really good defensive play, and I totally get it. Totally understand where he's coming from.
I call it the way I see it, and that's just the way it is.
Back to where we started.
That's a tough 15-yard penalty down there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't see a whole lot there for a 15-yard penalty. Did you? 15-yard flag for that?
It's one of those things, in high school football, you see it all the time. It's the same thing when somebody runs into the end zone and they spike the ball on the ground. It seems like officials have been instructed for there to be a zero tolerance on that.
I guess. I would have not called that. If Fleming County would have done it also, I wouldn't have called that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call out any officials. Obviously, it's just we don't know what they're told before games. Like you said, we don't know what they're called in meetings, but that just seemed a little, I don't know. Don't want to be that guy, but I guess I am. This one's going to roll in the end zone. Really good kick there by Carter.
Are we going to get another heavy dose of the Wildcat?
Why not? Why would you go away from it?
Absolutely not. I don't think they have. They have since they first done it there at the end of the third quarter.
A little bit of a scoring update here. West Carter leads Bath County 33-0. Raceland final over Fairview 67-0. Ashland now leads Boyd County 36-15. So, well, you know what, Cole? If other teams are going to see this on tape, so we might as well start stopping it now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
no better time. 7:50 to go. Big district matchup. 15-13 left. Fleming County ball at the 20-yard line.
Johnson and Trent in that Wildcat formation. A little bit different here, though. There's not trips to his left. Instead, there's doubles, and he's got a receiver to his right. Now you see that offensive line shift. And this one's going to go to Trent Strepp. There's been a really good play there by that defensive front there for East Carter. He may even actually lose a yard. I believe the ball was spotted at the 20. He was taken down at the 19, so we'll bring up 2nd and 11. Morgan County now leading Jenkins 58-14 in the third.
Looks like there was a loss of yards. 2nd and 11. Clock rolling down towards 7 minutes. Ball at the 19.
Now that trips formation is back. So he's going to keep this no matter what. Anytime there's been trips, he's kept it no matter what. This time he's just going to throw over to the left and it's going to skip to his intended receiver and drop down incomplete. Two things there, Cole. First off, it stops the clock.
Yeah.
And you might say, well, there's still 7 minutes left. 7 minutes goes long. It ain't no time in high school football, really.
No, absolutely
not. It stops the clock. Second off, it brings up 3rd and very long here. And let's just say they don't get any yards. You're going to give East Carter the ball at midfield.
Yeah, I think I would have had another run, whether it had been Johnson or Trent around the edge. I think there's been a lot of success happen there, and I think I would have continued.
Two of Fleming County's biggest plays have just been on a Johnson keeper off either the left or the right side. And through the first 2 plays, they haven't ran that. So, but I think that's a quality of, you saw the pre-snap adjustments. East Carter's defensive line shifts. See, look, there they go. They're kind of that containment. And it really pays off there, Cole. And you got to give credit to where credit's due. Tim Champlin and his staff, they made the in-game adjustments. They're not the half. That the clock is still not moving.
Looks like we had no clock movement on the play there. We're still at 7:01 on the scoreboard.
We're stuck in time, boys.
Clock never has ran.
And there goes the clock, finally. You got to think that was probably 30 seconds where the clock didn't run.
Every bit of it.
So, I mean, but, I will say this, though, Cole. They're supposed to keep time on the field.
Yeah.
So if they're really keeping time on the field, then they should adjust the time. So it's tough to do everything. And the crew that's out there right now is actually really, really good.
Oh, yeah, very good crew.
Gavin and his crew are phenomenal. This was a
Oh,
really
my
good
goodness.
punt. Driving Gabe Roberts all the way back inside the East Carter 40. What a punt. I believe that was number 3.
Yeah, very good punt.
First down.
Parker Sills, a junior. I mean, if you needed a big punt, it was in that situation, and he delivered. What a punt.
Absolutely did.
All right, Cole.
We said this one might go down to the wire, and here we are. 2-point game, 6:15 to go.
And something we mentioned at the half is we didn't think it would be big drives. We thought it would be big plays, and it has been.
Yeah. Be anxious to see what's Coach Tamplin and the offensive staff go with here. You've kind of had some success in those short and intermediate routes, and the longer ball's not really been there because of so much pressure up front. So, you gotta kind of find that happy medium here.
Johnson in the gun, looking to throw, gets it to Mikey Hall at midfield, crosses in the Panther territory, and it's slung down as a Panther loses his helmet there. Really good open field tackle there, but not after Mikey Hall picks up a Raider first down, brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy. And I think that, East Carter was, they're going for that big shot there for a while, and now they're saying, you know what, if you're going to give us 10 or 15 yards worth of cushion, we're going to take those 10 or 15 yards.
And I think you got to. I think you got to. Those are the plays that you've got to, be dialed in on.
Johnson in the gun, Yoke to his left. He's got a receiver to his left and right, Mikey Hall and Gabe Roberts. It's a counter to Holbrook. There's a lot of room off to the left. Holbrook cuts up into the middle of the field, goes across the 40, and is drugged down from behind at the 36-yard line. Maybe they're going to mark it at the 35. Another Raider first down brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy for your pharmaceutical needs. And I should do a Ram weather update. It's getting cold. Brought to you by Ram Pharmacy.
I'll second that. I second that, and I agree with it. It's a little chilly up top.
It's Cole Bramer. Now his nickname is Cole Expectations Bramer.
You need to be easy with that.
Handoff goes straight up to middle to Yoke, who's dragging Panthers, gets inside the 30 to the 29. So a 6-yard first down play, Cole.
Third line brings up second down.
Second and 4, 6 yards on that first down play. And the line of scrimmage is starting to move a little bit, Cole.
Yes.
It's starting to move a little bit, especially A and B gap. Johnson in the gun, second and 4. Handoff goes to Yoke, straight up the middle. Fleming County does a better job there. It's going to be close to another first down. He's going to come up just shy. I believe he needs to get to the 26, and he's in between the 26 and 27. We'll call it the 27. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Yep, we got 3rd and 1. Clock runs down here. Ball's probably not going to be snapped on this side of 4 minutes. So, ball at the 30-yard line. It's coming down to crunch time.
And we knew that going into this game, there was going to be a dandy. You got 2 really good teams, 2 really good coaches. It's lived up to the hype, but it took a while to get everything going.
It did, yeah. With three quarters, we were all kind of looking around, but this fourth quarter's brought the entertainment.
Johnson in the gun, Yoke to his left, receiver to his left and his right. Handoff straight up the middle goes to Yoke. Yoke spins, and it's going to get down to the 20. First and 10 East Carter, brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy in Greenup. I'll tell you what, Cole, I don't know about you, but I might fix a pot of chili tomorrow.
I think that sounds great.
There's nothing bad. Listen, I'm one of those guys that can eat chili in summer. Are you one of those guys?
I love it.
I can eat chili in the middle of summer.
Yep,
Chad
we
Goodman's
just
up
had
here
it.
with me. Could you eat chili during the summer? I can too.
Anytime. Chad's a burger guy.
Hey, I'll tell you, there's no bad day for chili. I'll be the only guy in the middle of July. I go to Wendy's to get a bowl of chili. First and 10 East Carter. Johnson in the gun. Yoke to his left. Same formation. Kind of that ace front. Handoff. It's a counter to Holbrook. Spinning, breaking tackles, and now is going to be pushed by the line. And it's finally going to be brought down. He's going to have 3 or 4, though. And here comes a late flag. Let's see who they get this against.
There is the flag.
See a little bit of jawing going by both teams here as their teammates come and get them. Let's look for offsetting maybe here. And it's going to be a personal foul against Fleming County. What a huge penalty for Fleming County. You cannot allow that to happen. East Carter will take it, I'm telling you. But you cannot allow that. 1st and 10, East Carter, brought to you by Red 8 RX Pharmacy and by the Greenup County Public Library with branches in Flatwood, South Shore, and the main branch of downtown Greenup. Books, movies, and so much more. The Greenup County Public Library in Greenup. 1st and 10, and this one will be 1st and goal, Cole.
Yep,
with
1st and goal
2:50
from
to
the
go.
9-yard line.
Johnson in the gun. Handoff goes to Yoke, straight up the middle. And good job by that Fleming County front 7 again as he gets down to the 6 where he stopped right there. Now here's the situation. I'm going to ask you again. As Chad Goodman gets a smile on his face, he knows what I'm about to say. Put you on the spot here. Let's say it's 4th down.
Absolutely.
Do you go for the field goal or not? I think you do.
I think you got to kick it.
You do.
It depends on where you're at. You know, if you're at the 1 yard line, you know, you're at 1 or 2 yard line, it's obviously going to be in the back of your mind. I kind of just want to, you know, run this ball into the end zone. But I think if you're at the 5 or anything further out, down 2, why would you not?
I think Carter has looked phenomenal on extra points all season long. This is not much more than an extra point. I think you try it. So, 2nd and goal for East Carter. Man comes in motion. It's Holbrook who's going to cut up in the middle of the field. So he's going to spin inside the 5 to the 4. Huge 3rd down here.
Absolutely.
Now, I think, I'm going to say it again. I think that you run this play to the left no matter what. And I say that because worst case scenario, the ball's in the middle of the field.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. The ball's marked at the 5 yard line here.
Just inside the 5
running
to the
down.
4.
Fleming County's not taking any timeouts to preserve any clock or give themselves any chances. So you're down to 1:30. 3rd and goal from the 5 yard line.
Fleming County was still with 3 timeouts. East Carter with 2. East Carter had to call a timeout there early at the end of the 3rd quarter, beginning of the 4th. Johnson's in the gun. Huge 3rd down here. Handoff straight up the middle to Yoke. Yoke puts his foot in the ground and goes in, and the ball comes loose.
Recovered.
And I believe East Carter is able to get back on it. It's going to be a touchdown. Isaac Messer jumps on it. Isaac Messer kind of saves the day there. I'm not sure if it was a live ball or not.
I couldn't tell either. They hadn't signaled touchdown, so it kind of makes me think that was.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about that play. That touchdown brought to you by Dr. Shannon Johnson. Let Dr. Shannon Johnson get you back in the game alive. The thing about that is, in high school, if the ball is fumbled into the end zone and it's recovered by the offense, they put it back to the original spot. So what they are saying is this touchdown, Landon Yoke crossed the goal line.
Okay.
See, if he would have fumbled into the end zone and let's just say an East Carter player would have recovered it, they would bring the ball back to the 1 yard line and run it again.
Yes, absolutely.
So huge break there for the Raiders, who look like they're going to go for 2 here to try to make this a 6-point game. At least that was how it was explained to me. I'm sure somebody's at home going, this guy doesn't know. Johnson's in the gun. Yoke to his left. Handoff goes to Yoke straight up the middle. What a hole. Here comes a late flag. He goes in, but I believe I saw a flag.
Two-point conversion is good.
Yeah, flag right there in the middle of the field. Penalties have really been a thorn for East Carter here in this second half. And let's see here. It's going to be a hold against East Carter. Coach Tim Champlin's not happy about it. There's been a lot of flags by both teams here tonight. It's kind of been even. I'd like to know the penalty yards for both teams, Cole. I mean, it's been huge penalties. I mean, you go back to quarter number 1, Fleming County had a touchdown called back. So I guess we're going to have another 20-yard. I believe they're going to put this at the 14. So 13. Yeah, they're going to put it at the 13. So it should be a spot foul. So they're saying it happened right at the line of scrimmage. So that's an early foul. It's tough to call.
Yeah, the flag did come early.
I tell you, it's a tough call when the ball is handed off that quick and
Yeah.
he only has to go 3 yards to get a holding there. So, but here's the situation if you're Fleming County. You have to score a touchdown no matter what.
Absolutely. Yeah, it makes no difference whether you got to hit the PAT if you score.
Which sometimes that's how you lose or you win games, man.
Oh, absolutely.
So Johnson in the gun. He's got Gabe Roberts coming in motion, stack formation. Johnson throws, corner of the end zone, way over the head of Mikey Hall. It's going to drop down incomplete. But not after East Carter marches the field and gets the go-ahead touchdown. It's now 19-15. East Carter leads with 1:04 left. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Your local gym meets all your kids' athletic needs. Forget the long drives. Go to Cosmic Athletic Center in Olive Hill. We have instruction in all-star cheer, tumbling, basketball, volleyball, soccer, hip-hop dance, and pickleball at our 12,000 square foot facility. Or schedule your next birthday party with us. Our highly qualified staff works with athletes from 5 counties. Like us on Facebook or go to thecosmiccenter.com on US 60 by Rock Crusher Curve in Olive Hill. Phone 286-0239. Cosmic Athletic Center.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
Back out here on Kool TV. We got a final, 38-14, Russell over Lewis. So
Some second half ball movement there.
yeah. So Carter's got this one teed up. 1:04 left. Fleming with all 3 timeouts remaining.
Yeah.
East still with 2.
Kickoff very important.
Kickoff. It's a good one. Carter circles this off to the left. It's going to be fielded at the 9. And it's going to be reversed to Johnson. Good job there by East Carter staying in their lanes. It was a creative there by Fleming County.
Yeah.
And
25-yard line.
kudos to the special teams coach down there.
Yeah.
Keeping his guys in the lanes. And the special teams has just been so good this year. And, of course, you talk about kickoff returns, kickoff coverage. I go back, and when I knew East Carter had a really good special teams, besides Gabe Roberts running to kickoff at Estill County, the tackle that Beeson had at Boyd County, when Boyd County had a lot of that momentum, kicked it deep, and Beeson went straight downfield untouched and just put a shoulder pad right into the knee of a Boyd County returner.
Yep.
And that felt like that changed the game.
You're still in Wildcat here, Spencer. You know, Johnson's still at the quarterback position.
And those guys out to the right are just acting as blockers. It's Johnson with a lot of room, and you got to keep him in bounds here. Ball pops loose.
Ball goes out of bounds.
It should. Let's see here. The clock should remain running. The ball did go out of bounds, but he was tackled inbounds. Let's see. They're going to. Clock stops at 46 seconds. So it'll be. I guess they're going to put the ball where that went out of bounds. That's interesting. The ball went out of bounds, and they kind of went forward a couple yards.
Definitely did.
So the clock stops. Fleming County saves a timeout, 2nd and 1. Wildcat formation again. East Carter trying to hold on here. Johnson rolls off to his right. He's got a lot of room, and they need to try to get him down, and they do. Oh, they're going to give him the first down. I thought they got him down in bounds. 38 seconds remain. So if you're East Carter, anything but a touchdown.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Had 2 plays. They've really ran a lot of time off the clock here and haven't used any of those timeouts. So I really think they're going to start attacking the middle of the field, whether that's on the ground or in the air. I think they're going to have to start trying to hit things up the middle.
And this sounds greedy because at this point you just need to get him to the ground. But a couple of times they're going to have to keep him in bounds.
Yeah, you need to.
You can't let him run sideline to sideline. He's really abusing that right sideline, that far sideline over there for Fleming County. It'll be a 1st and 10 Fleming County. Johnson in the gun. Trenton has now lined up in that pistol formation. He's got a bunch set to his right and a receiver to his left. And it's going to be a fake toss back to his right. And he's going to break a tackle. Good job there by that East Carter defense. Kind of staying home. Ryland foul and a couple other Raiders were really just staying in their lanes.
Yep.
a play that could have had potential to be really dangerous.
Yeah, could have picked up more yardage. Instead, just picks up 8 yards on the carry. The clock's still moving, down to 30 seconds. 3 timeouts still for Fleming County.
So if you're East Carter, you gave Fleming County the ball with a little over a minute.
Minute 4
seconds. And they haven't made it to midfield yet. And they're going to waste a timeout here. A huge play.
Taken on the field.
Just keeping them in their own territory
Yeah.
in the first 30 seconds. You've kind of managed it so far. Of course, this timeout's brought to you by Music and Miller Funeral Homes in Greenup and Ashland, where they have been family operated for 70 years. Call 606-473-0099 in Greenup or 606-324-2141 in Ashland, or visit mfhfuneralhome.com. Interesting time to call a timeout.
Yeah, they must have something they're wanting to draw up, or something they want to make sure they have clearly communicated. Ball's at midfield, 30 seconds, now 2 timeouts left. You got to get a chunk play.
I'll tell you,
you got to try to get, if you're Fleming, they're going to have to try to get down to the 25 or the 20 to 25 yard line.
Fleming County's wildcat that they have, that's a nightmare for a defensive coordinator.
They should have went to that earlier.
And Johnson, and Trent in the backfield, and the way, Johnson can't throw well, but he can throw well enough to where you have to respect it. And so it's dangerous. I mean, you got to think, it kind of reminds you of when Lynn Bowden ran that wildcat formation for UK a couple of years ago. And he couldn't throw real well, but it was well enough to where you couldn't put the corners in the box.
You couldn't totally blitz it.
Right. So it'll be a 2nd and 3 as Coach Tim Champlin.
What do we got here? What's Fleming County drawn up?
I think that you go back to using the sidelines. I think that if you're East Carter, you keep everything in front of you. Nothing gets behind me. I'm tackling inbounds if I can.
Absolutely.
Make Fleming County use those final 2 timeouts, because you got to think, what if they get stopped at the line of scrimmage? It'll take 10, 15 seconds to get the ball respotted. They're going to stay in that wildcat with Johnson and Trent in the backfield. You got to think those 2 receivers to his right, those are just extra blockers. Yeah, he's going to roll off to his right. He's in trouble. That's a hold on Messer. They're going to get called for it. Yeah, Fleming County is going to get called for a hold as Johnson is going to be wrestled out of bounds over on that far sideline. Sure hope he's okay, as he kind of went down awkwardly. That's a weird place over there. We saw Ryland Fowl get hurt over there also.
Yeah, anytime full speed to that side, that's a very dangerous play, and it looked like he kind of got rolled up on there on the sideline. Hope he's okay.
And the way that he has played tonight.
Yeah.
And he has really, and we don't have the actual up-to-date stats. We've got some things written down that we'll have to go back and look at. But Kool, the way that Johnson and Trent have played tonight, and you go back to the defensive side of the ball. As I pull up my roster here, Isaac Fry.
Yeah,
for
he
Fleming
was
County.
outstanding throughout
But
most
I
of the
think
game.
the storyline so far with 19 seconds left has been the front 7 for East Carter.
Yeah.
Now, they have allowed Fleming County to get the ball outside the tackle box a couple of times, and they've been able to put their athletes in space and make big runs. But for the most part, you take away 2 big runs, they may have less than 100 yards of offense.
I don't think there's any doubt. We talked about it the first half, how the chains just simply weren't moving.
So it is now 2nd and very long. Fleming County still with 2 timeouts left. Messer running him down from behind. He's going to get him and bring him down that. And that's going to be intentional grounding. Well, it's going to be intentional grounding. He's got rid of the ball. And that's one of those things, you give credit to James Collier in the preseason. He came out here and did an interview with Coach Tim Champlin in the preseason, and he said, how important is it to have a guy like Isaac Messer on the team? He goes, when you're an opposing team, you better get eyes on him. You better double team him, because if you don't, you're going to pay the price.
Absolutely.
Right there, they left him man to man. He was able to win his battle and ran down the quarterback from behind. A lot of people don't understand, Messer's pretty fast, too.
Absolutely, yeah. Get back there and get in space. And, they had just brought that quarterback back into the game. He hadn't played any here in the late second half situation. So he, we talked about it again. It goes back to the keys at halftime. Anytime you have to start doing things that you're uncomfortable with and you're not used to doing, it makes life very difficult, as you can see for Fleming County on this last drive.
Fleming County's going to take a timeout. Of course, that timeout's brought to you by Music and Miller Funeral Homes in Greenup and Ashland, where they have been family operated for 70 years. Call 606-473-0099 in Greenup or 606-324-2141 in Ashland, or visit mfhfuneralhome.com. Well, I tell you, Cole, we talked about, there's not a tremendous a lot of people here, and you guys were on fall break.
Yeah.
Just some different factors. They were calling for rain. The temperatures, dropping rapidly. But the people that are here below us, and I shouldn't say there's not a lot of people. There's a good crowd here. Got their money's worth.
Absolutely. It wasn't the biggest crowd tonight, but you still had the Raider faithful come out tonight and root on the team to a hopefully a win here in 12 seconds. And I think you got to give a lot of credit to our students. We didn't have the normal amount of students that we had here usually, but we still had a good number. And, those guys are always willing to come out no matter who's playing, or no matter what sport it is. They're always out supporting our school, and that says a lot about them.
Of course, we'll be here next week, Lewis County, as the guy that's working camera tonight, Ian, is going to make his color debut against Lewis County. So not our final home game. We still got Martin County to wrap up the regular season.
Yeah.
But we're trying to get out of here tonight with a win. 12 seconds remain. Fleming County running out of time. Dropping the throw, throws across the middle, and it's tipped and picked. Landon Yoke has intercepted Fleming County, and a knee will be taken in East Carter.
19-15, just like we all predicted.
Pending the Lewis County game, which you think they're going to be heavily favored in, is going to go to Russell in 2 weeks and compete for a district championship.
Yep.
You can see this on your Grayson Sporting Goods
100%.
instant replay. And you talk about it, Cole, a little bit as midway through the fourth quarter, it did not look good for East Carter.
Absolutely not. The kick return is what won the game, in my opinion. I don't think there's any doubt. If we're not able to get quick points there and run that kick back, just the way it turned the tide of the game.
Another big play by Ryland Fowl.
Absolutely. I think the kick return is by far the play that won this ball game tonight.
A knee by Johnson, and that's going to do it. Final, East Carter has defeated Fleming County 19-15.
19-15.
What a game it was. We'll be back to break that game down here on Kool TV.
Your local gym meets all your kids' athletic needs. Forget the long drives. Go to Cosmic Athletic Center in Olive Hill. We have instruction in all-star cheer, tumbling, basketball, volleyball, soccer, hip-hop dance, and pickleball at our 12,000 square foot facility. Or schedule your next birthday party with us. Our highly qualified staff works with athletes from 5 counties. Like us on Facebook or go to thecosmiccenter.com on US 60 by Rock Crusher Curve in Olive Hill. Call 286-0239. Cosmic Athletic Center.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Check out Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore in Grayson for the Lane liquidation event with sofas and dinette sets starting at $299 and sectional sofas at $699. Dyer's has all the top brands in bedding from Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Serta, and Beauty Rest. They have a full selection of home appliances in stock and ready for immediate delivery while offering easy payment plans with no credit checks. Let Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore be your next stop for all your home furnishing needs. Family owned and operated for 4 generations and serving northeastern Kentucky for over 75 years. Stop by or give them a call at 606-474-5515. That's Dyer's Big Sandy Superstore, 506 Carolina Boulevard in Grayson.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Back out here on the Kool Hits Sports Network. Kool TV live atop Steve Womack Field. We have a final, Cole. It is 19-15. East Carter came out in the later half of the fourth quarter and just made the plays that they had to win on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when Fleming County had the long touchdown run that put them up 15-7 there, you know, it didn't look great. And, you know, credit where credit's due. You know, guys stepped up, made plays where they had to. And like I said, you know, there in the closing seconds of the game, I think the kick return touchdown by Ryland Fowles what won the game.
Ryland Fowle was just cleared this week. Of course, he sit out the Bath County game with a mild concussion that he suffered against West Carter. Scary, by the way. Glad to see him back on the field and makes one of the bigger plays here tonight. For East Carter, and you're going to host Lewis County. Of course, you're going to be heavy favorites in that one. Let's say you win that game, then you're going to go on the road. You're going to go to Flatwoods, a place that you never won, and play against a Russell team who I think is underrated. A team that's been inconsistent.
They've been very solid all year long.
Inconsistent. They are in the same position that East Carter's in, and they've earned it.
Yeah, absolutely. So if all things were to go the right way and, you know, both teams take care of business, I think it could set up for a big game at Russell. In 2 weeks.
Next week, Russell goes on the road. As I looked at the schedule, Russell goes on the road to play Bath County, which they're going to be heavy favorites in also.
Yes.
So you're looking at a game there in Flatwoods that's going to be one of the bigger games, not only in Flatwoods, or in Eastern Kentucky, but in East Carter history.
Yeah.
You got to throw that out there.
Well, it's just one of those
They're
things,
undefeated
where,
in district play.
Where things like that happen, and, you know, regardless of what the history says over there, I think this group's going to go over there and they're going to fight to win the game. And, you know, we don't want to look too far ahead, but we all know that game potentially could be looming in 2 weeks.
And let's say East Carter wins that game. Then you've got almost no matter what two playoff games. Let's say, you know, if you win, you know, keep winning, you're going to keep having home playoff games.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and that's when the RPI comes into play. We talked a little bit about in the pregame how close Fleming and East and Russell were in the RPI.
Yeah.
And a win tonight, and let's say they win tomorrow next week, then, you know, let's just say they win against Martin County, which will be right here on this field to wrap up the regular season. Let's say they win that game also. You know, you're looking at maybe 3 straight home games, Cole.
Absolutely. You know, it can all set up that way, and, you know, that's the beauty of it. And, you know, that's why everybody was, you know, when this district alignment come out, was very excited for, well, you know, what possibly could happen.
And, you know, I'm going to go a little deja vu. This reminds me a lot of that special season that East Carter had when they had Canyon Cozy and Charlie Terry and Connor Goodman and a couple of those big linemen and the linebacking play that they had there. They struggled early in the season, and they dropped a game to West Carter. They had a couple of games that were really, really close. They dropped the game to Ashland, and then they got hot at the end of the year, rolled off some wins, and it carried them all the way to the semi-state playoff game.
Absolutely.
So, you know, this team kind of is getting to that point where, you know, they're getting dangerous because they're starting to believe, you know, when we take the field, we can beat anybody.
Yeah, and I think it's, you know, what's helped so much with this group is, you know, they've had to face a lot of adversity, you know, and have been able to come out on the good side of that so many times already. You know, tonight was able to come out with the win when things didn't look good in the fourth quarter. Was able to come out with the win versus West Carter when things didn't look good in the fourth quarter, and Bowie County. You know, I think you can look at all 3 of those games where our backs were against the wall, and you know, you just find a way, and that's what you got to do in those games that you know you're allotted to win.
You know, when we were at Boyd County, and when I say we're, the Kool Hit Sports Network and East Carter, I never seen Tim Champlin more enthusiastic about a win in my life. We came up there and we kind of chest bumped and everything up there in the press box. And I think that this may top it. What a game that did not look good for East Carter there in the
just a big district game. And, you know, I think it went back and forth with both defenses, you know, playing outstanding ball. You know, it was the defenses are the reason this game was what it was. You know, they just continued to get stop after stop in the second and the third quarter. And, you know, just kudos to them. Great win.
We'll talk to Coach Tim Champlin when we come back here on the Kool Hit Sports Network.
The Electric Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The Utility Board encourages their customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
I've been a member for a little over 46 years.
They're very family oriented. You just walk in and everybody's friendly. They talk to you, they know you by name.
You may not go in there for a day or, several years, and I think you go in there and you still feel like family.
Recently, we refinanced our home, and it felt like it was right because we trust the people that work there. This is my people.
Ashland Credit.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Looking for a new ride? Stop by Fairchild's Auto Sales, where everyone is approved. Good credit, bad credit, even no credit. Fairchild Auto Sales is fast and hassle-free and can get you on the road with down payments as low as only $500. Plus, all purchases receive a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty. With new inventory arriving weekly, Fairchild's Auto Sales is certain to have that new ride you are looking for. Need servicing on your ride? Fairchild's Auto Sales is now offering service work with oil change and brake service specials. Let Fairchild's Auto Sales earn your business. Call 606-494-2030 or visit fairchildsauto.com. Fairchild's Auto Sales, US 23 in Wortland.
Back out here on the Kool Hit Sports Network, Kool TV live high atop Steve Womack Field. We're now joined by Coach Tim Champlin. Coach, it was a game of back and forth. Both teams kind of were in neutral there for a while. What was the turning point for your team, especially there in the second half?
Man, it was when we got down and we got hit in the mouth, and Fleming took the lead, and it was like we finally, all right, let's flip the gear, let's go do what we do, and get after it. And kudos to Coach Spencer and his team and their defense tonight. Held us to 19 points. First time we've been held under 21 all year. And so they did a phenomenal job and really put us in a predicament that, they took away our quick game stuff. They were rushing the passer. They were not letting us sit in the pocket. They made us uncomfortable. They gave us a different look defensively up front, and just really those guys, did a great job. And so really made it tough on us. But, I was proud of our kids. We just kept running, kept doing what we were supposed to do. And finally things started clicking there at the end, and we kind of took control. But just proud of our guys, man, proud of their effort, never giving up, never quitting, and just fighting against adversity and against, bad play calls on my part and things like that. They just kept going.
One of the things that me and you talk quite a bit, one of the things we don't really talk a whole lot about, though, is the special teams, something that you guys have really been strong in all season long. Talk about the way that Ryland Fowl coming and guy that didn't play last week coming in and had limited snaps during the week, and the play that he made there in the second half.
It was unbelievable. Coach Whitson, their special teams coordinator, listen, there's nobody in the area that does a better job than him. Our kids are in the right position to make plays every Friday night on special teams because of the work that he puts in and the effort that he puts in. He knows everything that they're going to do. He can about tell you how far they're going to kick it down to the yard line. And so kudos to him, man. He does a phenomenal job on special teams, and we joke all the time. He probably has the best group on the field and has the least amount of practice time. We cut his time down and take time away from him all the time. But, man, he does a great job of getting those kids in position. And then, I would have taken that ball in the 35.
Yeah.
And coach, make them kick it again, make them kick it again, make them kick it to us. And every time we've made somebody re-kick, we've taken it to the house this year, I think. And so when you've got – it is pick your poison. Do you want to kick – to Ryland Fowl, who's one of the fastest kids in the area? You kick to Mikey Hall, who has who's really shifty and really movie, and then you got Gabe Roberts on the front line there in front of him that people will try to kick
field
to.
Vision.
And he's got great field vision, and so all three of those guys have the ability to take it back or at least take it far, and so unbelievable effort again. Our special teams did a great job. and they always do, and they always, they put us in this game. Without special teams, we don't win this one. So, good job for them.
Next week you're at home again. Lewis County's going to come in another district game, a team that –
Hold on. Before we go there, okay? One thing that has not been a strong suit of ours this year.
Okay.
All right. That did a phenomenal job tonight. Our defense, I thought, played extremely
especially the front seven.
well. I thought they played extremely well. There's been a lot of people saying stuff about our defense that we don't stop anybody. We can't do this. We can't do that. Our defense stepped up big against a really good running back and a good offense tonight and made them go 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, punt, 3 and out. And so I can't give those guys enough credit. They've been backed against the wall. They've done everything they could. And our defense, we really challenged them this week. That was a big challenge that we had for them. And kudos to those guys for stepping up big and doing a great job.
Well, I'll add a comment to that, and you don't have to say anything if you don't want to. But on that last drive, the next to last drive, the last 2 drives of Fleming County had the ball, one thing that I noticed because I played the line is you actually took your defensive tackles and kind of split them out a little bit further, and they almost became rushers, and that was almost in a containment effort.
It is, and when we're able to get somebody in a long down and distance, that's something that we like to do, and we've got guys like Messer and Alan Cooper, who are coming off the edge that are both really athletic, big kids that can contain and get upfield and rush, and they're fast and they're quick, and so that's something that we do try to do from time to time when we get in the right position. And tonight we found ourselves in the right position to be able to do that several times, and so I think it makes us dangerous when we can do that. It allows us to condense the pocket really quick, and it allows us to get pressure, on people and make them, bottle runners up and that kind of thing. So kudos to those guys. I'm going to shout out Briar Holbrook tonight, got the game ball. Kid has been just an unbelievable leader this year, has stepped up big and taken on the role of blocking back and overhang safety, outside linebacker, and like the not highlighted positions. And he comes
Mr.
in.
Do-It-All.
He is, man. He's Mr. Do-It-All. He can play our tailback. He can play our wing position. He can go and catch passes. Had 2 big catches tonight.
He loves the counter play, though.
He loves running the counter play. I mean, just did a really good job. And so it's a kid, man. I was able to coach his brother, Mikey Holbrook, played on the state semifinals team there.
Oh, he was a good one.
Played center for us. And so just love that kid, love that family, man. Just hard-nosed kid. He's a true blue-collar kid,
which
man.
is rare.
Just go to work,
which is rare
every day. Don't matter what it is, he's going to pack his lunch and he's going to do what's necessary.
Of course, Landon Yoke with another great game tonight, offensive and defensively. But one thing that I've noticed, and I've been with you all season long, the progression of Quentin Johnson. A guy that, he didn't have a whole lot of time to throw back there, but every time that he was pressured, what did he do? He stepped up in the pocket.
Yeah, and so he did a really good job of stepping up tonight and taking some runs and getting some good yardage. We got to work on him on stepping up when he steps up to keep his eyes downfield. And that's one thing that we're going to learn from this game. But kudos to Fleming County again, bringing a lot of pressure, not giving us a lot of time to throw the football, and we're able to take our big play games away from us.
Another, and I hate to say this is the truth. It's been a longer interview than you'd like, but I know you got to get out of here. But we don't give Isaac Messer enough credit.
No,
we just assume that he's supposed to be good.
Yeah, I want to say he had 3. Unofficially 3 sacks, maybe 4.
And he would have had another one if they hadn't grabbed the back of his jersey on that last drive.
Well, and those are 3 or 4 times that he got home. That's not counting the other 4 or 5 times that he rushed the passer or the guy threw it away because he was there, whatever it was. So again, man, defense played unbelievable tonight. They were tremendous in their effort. Kudos to our defensive staff and the work they put in, and then our defensive players just continuing to get better every week and learn from their mistakes. And so we'll take this into next week. We got Lewis County at home. Big week here for us. We're coming off fall break. We got homecoming. Be a lot of activities. It's like I told our kids, man. People are proud to be from East Carter.
They are.
And so, it means something to wear that across your chest right now. And I look for a huge crowd here, a big alumni supporting, We've got an alumni club going, man. They've done a phenomenal job. Bought us cleats this year, bought us T-shirts. They've done all kinds of stuff.
I'm going to have to hit up Travis Rice for one of those shirts.
And so, they do a phenomenal job for us. And so we're really looking forward to all alumni from East Carter coming back next Friday night and rooting on the Raiders and seeing all their old buddies and all their old friends and living in the memory there for a night anyways.
What's one thing, you're going to be heavy favorites. I know you don't want me to say that. You're going to be heavy favorites against Lewis County, a good Lewis County team. A lot of people wouldn't say that, but we've seen Lewis County and what that coach has done there. They have turned that program around. But what's one thing during the Lewis County game that you need to get ready for because you're going to make that trip to Flatwoods?
We've got to be able to handle multiple fronts. Fleming come out tonight in a different front that we hadn't seen in a while. We weren't prepared for it, and we really struggled. And it's the front that Lewis County is going to give us.
Yep.
3 down linemen. They're going to walk their defensive outside linebackers up and make it a 5-2 look and give us some looks like that. So we've got to be able to run our stuff against that and do a good job against that. I want to see us come out fast. I want to see us come out strong, not get into a lull, not lull ourselves to sleep and get in kind of a battle back and forth, but really just come out fast, come out strong, and get going. Coach Peterson's done a great job over at Lewis County, and I look for him to have a team on the field Friday night that's going to be ready to compete and get after it and give us everything that we want.
Coach Tim Champlin of the East Carter Raiders, big win tonight at home against Fleming County. Thanks, Coach.
Hey, as always, thank you guys, and go Raiders.
We'll be back on Kool TV.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you. Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC. We are the home office.
It's tailgate time in the Bluegrass.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready to make my announcing debut.
And I believe that's football time in the Bluegrass.
But you can believe this, Clark's has everything you need for a winning tailgate.
Whether it's ice and cold drinks, chips and dips, or homemade sandwiches, and crispy, crunchy chicken for everybody, Clark's has you covered. And you don't even have to leave your car thanks to our convenient drive-thru.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
Back out here live on the campus of East Carter High School, high atop Steve Womack Field. We just talked to Coach Tim Champlin. I want to thank Cole Bramer for calling color tonight and Coach joining us after the game. Big win for East Carter, 19-15, the final. A game that there for a little bit in the second half didn't look like it was going to go in the favor of the Raiders. They made the plays in the second half, showed the adversity that it takes, and it really showed flashes of what this team is really made of. They're a really, really good team, and what a time to start playing your best football right before the playoffs. So, of course, we'll be back here next Friday night as Lewis County makes the trip down the AA to take on East Carter here at home. And, of course, Coach Tim Champlin alluded to it. It is homecoming, so hope to see everybody here. If